fellowship through it. There's no pretend, it's friendship. Me nemesis is soon nemesis. The same for him, it's just media. See the them, it's just images. What you did is no gimmicks. This is blood in and blood out. When it's beef, you just gotta know when the blood in and blood out. If there's a problem, we solve it. We don't resolve it. It usually just evolves into one big brawl, and we all get involved in it. We should all get a merit. This most beef we inherit and wear it like a badge of honor. Pass it around and share it and let it go to whoever's holding the most current beef on their shoulders. And the soldiers got their backs and it's over. But tonight we ain't coming here to beef with nobody. We came to party. Thanks, Cash is a Mr. Ferrari, so it's shady at them is that back in that shit was this on. What kind of up possession is that? You know you acting like you don't know. I tell you, club up folks, yo. This slow is gon' bring more dough. You know what you acting like you don't know.
Game 2's next on Fox.
Player of the Year award, this year's winner in the American League, Jim Comey.
Eminem don't know, but we know this. They are ready for some baseball in Detroit. The Chevy World Series pregame show on Fox is sponsored by Chevy, baseball's #1 fan. Chevy, an American revolution. Baseball is a game of inches, and we've been getting exactly that all day. Inches of the wet stuff, and it's a nice balmy 39, 40, and dropping. So cold we can see our breath. So cold we won't be able to see Joe Buck's tie. So I'm happy about that. All right, the wet stuff hasn't dampened the spirits here. Neither has the fact the Cardinals may have taken some Mo out of Motown. Oh, yes, Mr. Rowan, season, and look who's waiting for you, Mr. Edmonds, and an alien encounter. That's what they're calling Albert Pujols here. These Cardinals have been underdogs in every series they have played this postseason. It might be time to rethink this as we welcome you to Game 2 of the World Series. I am Jeannie Zalesko. Hey, Kevin Kennedy is here. Eric Burns is here in spirit because he's so cold. And, so some pretty grisly weather. The boys of summer. Yeah, you need to hold the microphone. Boys of summer, now the men of winter. With that in mind, the Cardinals going with the surfer dude from SoCal, Manhattan Beach. Tigers going with the 41-year-old. How will the old guy handle the elements, Kevin Kennedy?
Over the years, I've caught a lot of guys in very cold weather just like this, and I find that it really helps power pitchers a lot more than it does true field pitchers like a Kenny Rogers who has that curveball and the changeup. But you know what? That all being said, over a week ago, guess what? The weather was 41 degrees against the Oakland A's right here in Detroit. You know what? Kenny put up 7-0. So I think really it affects the hitters more when it's a lot colder than it does the pitchers.
Well, I'll tell you guys something. It's about to affect your pregame show because I'm thinking right now of hightailing it back to the trailer, kicking my feet up on the couch and watching the pregame and the game on the plasma. But let me tell you something. What's really important tonight is the pace of the game. The pitcher's got to command the pace of the game because the most important thing for the hitters is to get back into the dugout. Cozy up next to those heaters, get warm, stay loose. So it's really important for Kenny Rogers tonight, really important for Jeff Weaver tonight to really command the pace of this game.
Hey, Eric, if it gets really bad, you can cuddle up with Mr. Kennedy. Weaver, the former Tiger, admits he's happy for their success, but says, quote, I would love to stick it to them. And he could, yes, Eric?
He would love to stick it to him, Jeannie, but let me tell you something. Since September 7th, Jeff Weaver is 5-1 with a 3.86 ERA over his last 8 starts. The key here for me is Dave Duncan. This is the pitching coach of the St. Louis Cardinals, doesn't get enough credit. How many guys is he going to resurrect their careers? It goes all the way back to Dennis Eckersley in Oakland. Chris Carpenter turned him into a Cy Young Award winner. Jeff Suppan, who generally was kind of a fringe guy, is now a solid number 2, number 3 guy in the big leagues. So for me, Dave Duncan has just been a huge factor for the St. Louis coaching staff.
Surfer Dude did look too bundled up there, Kevin, but I don't know that we can give him enough credit. I mean, really, the Angels left him for dead this summer.
Well, he was with the Dodgers, the Yankees before that, the Angels, a lot of different pitching coaches in the last few years. But you know what Dave Duncan also has done? You look at the numbers right here for both pitchers. Both guys have done well, especially in the postseason. Dave Duncan also said, you know what, if you want to drop down on right-handers, go back to your old delivery a little bit and be inventive. That's fine, but be more compact. Don't be as methodical out there. Don't think too much. Don't be too long. Get on the mound and work fast.
Yeah, look at Mr. Duncan there, who's helped rejuvenate another career, at least bringing him to the spotlight, especially last night. Did you see Mr. Reyes? The Chevy player of the game. You can log on to worldseries.com/Fox Sports. Vote for your most dependable player of the postseason and a chance to win the dependable Silverado. And of course, Kenny Rogers with all the emotion.
Yeah, the energy and emotion of Kenny Rogers is why we're talking about him more right now, because the Tigers last night I thought came out a little bit flat. Yeah, Jim Leland won't use the excuse they've been off a week, but Kenny Rogers is the right guy to pitch tonight to get that energy going. Now, if he gets too much energized out there and he's getting into the 7th inning, sometimes Leland will go out to the mound himself, using his catching backer and say, hey, calm down, this game is not over. He's done that a couple of times with all of his pitchers, but especially with an emotional Kenny Rogers.
How can you have too much emotion, though, Eric? Because really, this whole Tigers team has jumped on his back this postseason, and he's carried him to the next level.
Kenny Rogers is on quite a ride, and let me tell you something. I want to ride shotgun. This guy's pitching with emotion. He's having fun out there. He's great. He's said to the entire city of Detroit, hop on my back, and I'm going to lead you guys to a world championship. Right now, Kenny Rogers is having a lot of fun, and it's fun to watch.
All right, we mentioned Mr. Reyes last night as the Chevy player of the game, and we're doing this again for you, so you can again say, Mr. Duncan, we're not worthy, yes?
Mr. Duncan, we are not worthy. Supposedly, from my Cardinal insider, as soon as Reyes got to the big leagues, he was pitching with a four-seam fastball. Duncan immediately taught him a two-seam fastball, started getting great movement on the ball. He was commanding the strike zone last night, pitching to both sides of the plate, and really blew him up. I mean, I'm telling you, that two-seam fastball has made him a complete pitcher.
I'm sorry, you have insiders now?
Cardinal
scary,
insider.
isn't it, Jeannie?
I'm going pro. I'm prepping the show, Jeannie.
All right, very good. Hey, this is the question that's been top of mind all day long. I heard Howie Long open up the NFL show this morning. Why pitch to Albert Pujols last night? I mean, the Tigers are now calling him the alien because he's out of this world when it comes to swinging the back.
Yeah, Jeannie,
guy's big time.
He really is. I mean, Albert Pujols is the best hitter in the game today. He's done things the first 6 years in the big leagues that no player in the history of the game has done before. And Jim Leland took the hit. He said, listen, Verlander's been off for quite a while. We wanted to not pitch to him, just pitch around him. He made a mistake with a two-seam fastball, ran it over the heart of the plate, and guess what? He opened up the game in the 3rd inning. Now, Kenny Rogers, being a veteran, he knows how to pitch around guys. He's won over 200 games in the big leagues. He's 41 years old. And one more good thing for Kenny Rogers tonight, I want to make mention. That New York game that he threw, the best game I've ever seen, including the perfect game that he pitched for me in '94. Alfonso Marquez was a home plate umpire, and he's a home plate umpire tonight. So, those are just little things that people might want to look for tonight. Not that he's going to do him any favors, but if Kenny's on his game and he gets through that 1st inning, he'll be just fine.
I got to ask you, though, Albert Pujols tonight, same situation. Do you pitch to him this evening?
Absolutely not, Jeannie.
You know what? I think if they try to, this entire place will come apart and make a managerial decision, yes?
I think so. You just can't pitch to him. He's too good. He's one of the guys, one of the few guys in the game that's actually above the game.
Yeah, Albert Pujols admittedly saying this has been an emotional postseason for them. He had a death in the family, and I think it's part of what caused a bit of the emotion we saw during the New York series, maybe not wanting to talk to the press, but never forget that Mr. Pujols, Fat Albert, is big time.
I'm on my way, I'm making it. In the air, left field, and Pujols has given St. Louis the lead. I've got to make it show, yeah. I know heaven will be a big heaven, and I will walk to the front door. Big time. I'm on my way, I'm making it. Big time. I've got to make it show, yeah. Big time. I'm the virgin of big,
Well,
Oh, yes, this is one of the biggest games in this city in more than 2 decades. Motown has its groove back, and here to prove that point, a music legend has taken center stage. Tigers public address announcer Bob Pujols will do the honors.
scared from the life I live when I'm away. So let's go there.
Ladies and gentlemen, accompanied by one of the hottest young groups in Nashville, Little Big Town, please welcome 15-time Grammy nominee John Mellencamp to sing Our Country, the first single from his forthcoming album, Freedom's Road.
We are still waiting on Mr. Mellencamp. Apparently he was doing a tour of our country.
Ladies
so
and gentlemen, accompanied by one of the hottest
I'm
young
here in
groups in
Bobber's Eels
Nashville,
now. I think it'll be worth the wait, though. Enjoy the music.
John Mellencamp to sing Our Country, the first single from his forthcoming album, Freedom's Road.
I think right. Accident sad, that did stand and fact. I do believe there's a dream for everyone. This is our country. From the East Coast to the West Coast, down the Dixie Highway, back home. This is our country. Science to live, and there's room enough here for religion to forgive and try to understand all the people of this land. This is our country. From the East Coast to the West Coast, down the Dixie Highway, back home. This is our country. Poverty could be just another ugly thing, and bigotry should be seen only as obscene. And the ones that run this land help the poor and common man. This is our country. From the East Coast to the West Coast, down the Dixie Highway, back home. This is our country. Where the dream is still alive, someday it will come true. And this country, it belongs to folks like me and you. So let the voice of freedom sing out through this land. This is our country. From the East Coast to the West Coast, down the Dixie Highway, back home. This is our country. From the East Coast to the West Coast, down the Dixie Highway, back home. This is our country.
And now here are the starting lineups.
I will take a Mellencamp delay over a rain delay any day. That was worth the wait. All right, the World Series back in the D, and now the Tigers want to put up a W. But first, Detroit's own Bob Seger with a taste of the new stuff, the new release, like his Tigers face the promise.
Watching Fox Sports, broadcasting in HD, and presented by DirecTV.
You're watching the World Series on Fox.
Thanks, Joe. Listen up, boys and ghouls. Don't miss the Simpsons' all-new Treehouse of Horror event.
Now is the perfect time to strike.
Well, they didn't eat the skin. That's healthy.
The Simpsons' all-new Treehouse of Horror event, Sunday, November 5th on Fox.
What's hidden inside your SUV? Introducing the new BMW X3 Sports Activity Vehicle, built from the ground up for complete control and premium comfort. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. See your Southern California BMW Center today or visit SoCalBMW.com.
This is a landmark day for the automotive industry. The Aqua car is the first car to run on tap water, 0 emissions, 1,000 miles per gallon.
I'm proud to announce for the first time in fast food history a 100% sirloin steak and cheddar ciabatta sandwich. Tender marinated sirloin topped with real cheddar cheese on my famous ciabatta bread.
Really? Sirloin? Man.
Three screens, wireless, broadband, and TV are coming together. Another innovation from AT&T, helping you make the most of your world. The passion to invent, the drive to deliver. The new AT&T, your world, delivered.
In the years ahead, Governor Schwarzenegger will continue to prove that a booming economy and a healthy environment can go hand in hand. His education budget is the largest in California history, and he's leading the way to invest $10 billion to rebuild our schools and modernize classrooms. He'll find solutions for affordable health care and make quality a top priority. Governor Schwarzenegger will keep moving California forward.
Susan Hirasuna, Jeff Michael, the Fox 11 10 o'clock news.
How much adrenaline can you handle? Fox tomorrow. 2 of television's most thrilling shows come together on one can't-miss night. Freeze! The new Fox Monday. First at 8 on Prison Break. 8 made it over the wall. 6 are left standing. But none of them are ready for what happens next.
Breaking out was just the beginning. Now it gets a little more interesting.
Then at 9 on Justice. When a scandal becomes a headline.
We've got to do something. The kid's innocent.
You need the best defense money can buy.
If you got the right lawyer with you, we've got the greatest legal system in the world.
All new episodes of Prison Break and Justice begin at 8/7 Central tomorrow on Fox.
Welcome back to the Chevy pregame show on Fox. Now let's join Tigers public address announcer Bob Pujols.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. Here tonight to honor America by performing our national anthem is multi-Grammy Award winner, Detroit's own Miss Anita Baker.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang clear, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Anita Baker.
And we will be back with more from Detroit. It is Game 2 of the World Series.
The dream is still alive. Someday it will come true. this land. This is our country.
This is our truck, the all-new Chevy Silverado.
And Ferguson on the 17th. Oh, that's trouble.
Papá, ¿y la?
Un poquito más a la derecha.
Increíble!
He's looking where that is. There.
Nothing is lost with the full HD 1080p Aquas from the leading innovator of liquid crystal television, Sharp.
For years, E-Trade was alone, standing outside, throwing stones at the financial establishment, challenging the ordinary. Now that we've matured, we're doing it from inside. E-Trade Financial combines banking, trading, and investing so you can make the most of your money. Be maximized. Visit etrade.com and be extraordinary.
So what do you think of the car?
Pretty sweet. But the recall must have been annoying.
The what? All good. So what do you think of the car?
Pretty sweet. But the recall must have been annoying.
No, it's good. And I read about it on Yahoo. The dealer even threw in this air freshener.
Oh, strawberries. Sweet.
Yeah, love strawberries.
Find out what you're missing on the new Yahoo.com.
Yahoo!
Only the strong survive. The weak perish. That's the rule of the jungle, the street, and the law. I was a prosecutor for 10 years. That's why I'm here. I know what it takes to beat them at their own game. And when it's your freedom on the line, I know when prosecutors lose, they lose nothing. If you lose everything.
Justice returns with all new episodes on its new night tomorrow on Fox. House is the cutting edge of TV drama, and now it's at a new time, 9/8 Central.
I'd die for her. Dude, she's in a coma. Who are you trying to impress?
Tuesday, October 31st, will a deadly secret force House to sacrifice one patient to save another.
Tell them, or I will.
Plus, the one complication House never expected.
With the right to remain silent.
All new House at its new time, 9/8 Central, Tuesday, October 31st. Viewer discretion advised.
Welcome back to the Chevy pregame show on Fox. Chevy, America's #1 baseball fan. The Detroit crowd is ready. And so is Joe Buck and Tim McCarver.
Jeannie, thank you very much. Inside this stadium in Detroit, it is cold. It is 40 degrees. We may get some snow. We've already had some rain. Here we go. It's World Series game number 2, the St. Louis Cardinals and the Detroit Tigers. And now welcome everybody to our broadcast booth. I'm Joe Buck. Tim McCarver is coming right up. Well, the Cardinals are up 1-0. They won last night. That's not unexpected, I guess you could say. But the way they did it was with Anthony Reyes out pitching Justin Verlander. Reyes was fantastic. And within that game, the heart of the lineup for the Cardinals turned it on. Tim McCarver will talk to you about it. I would say that over the past few years in the postseason, they've been waiting for some of those guys to step up, especially in the 04 World Series. The big bats did it last night for the Cardinals.
Well, when you look at it, no team in recent history has shown up with more banged-up guys than the St. Louis Cardinals. And last night, the banged-up guys banged out some big hits. Scott Rowland tied it in the second inning. Albert Pujols with a 2-run shot, and Jim Edmonds with a couple of hits and an RBI. If the Cardinals go on to win this thing, you got to believe that these guys are going to play prominent roles.
Let's talk pitching again for Detroit, and let's talk about the guy going tonight, 41-year-old left-hander Kenny Rogers, who has been sensational this postseason.
Well, you hear about all the young arms, and rightly so, with the Detroit Tigers, but it's been Kenny Rogers who's been the leader of this staff. 15 innings of work and no earned runs, in complete contrast to prior postseasons.
He gets the ball tonight against the Cardinals, and I guess so far in this postseason we should start to expect the unexpected. Why? Let's look back before we look forward. The Detroit Tigers took care of the heavily favored New York Yankees and moved on. The St. Louis Cardinals took care of the New York Mets in the NLCS in 7 games. They are here. Last night, Game 1, Anthony Reyes, brilliant. Game 2, next on Fox.
Shall we raise our shields, Captain?
At ease, Mr. Chekhov. Again with the shields. I wish he'd just relax and enjoy the amazing picture clarity of the DirecTV HD we just hooked up. With what Starfleet just ponied up for this big screen TV, settling for cable would be illogical. What? I can't use that line?
For picture quality that beats cable, you've got to get DirecTV.
So, what kind of financial help are you looking for? Maybe you need insurance to help protect you. Benefits to help your business reach new heights. Or a retirement plan to invest for the future. Then again, maybe there's someone who can help with all of those things. The Principal Financial Group will give you an edge.
What's my girlfriend doing in your 5?
Wow.
You don't give another man's girl a foot massage, and you definitely don't put her in your 5.
Okay, you're being really paranoid. I should take that.
Who's in your fave 5? Introducing my faves from T-Mobile with any network calling. Unlimited calls to your 5 favorite people on any network. T-Mobile. Stick together.
If you haven't discovered the miracle of fusion, it's time you did. Gillette Fusion. Until now, pressure caused irritation. Fusion has 5 blades spaced closer together to reduce pressure, with less irritation and more comfort. Flip Fusion over. A precision trimmer for those tricky places. The comfort of 5 blades, plus the precision of 1. The best shave ever in manual and battery powered. Gillette guarantees it or your money back. Gillette Fusion.
I pledge.
I pledge. I pledge to help you find your perfect
flat panel TV.
I pledge to watch football only on Saturday and Sunday.
I pledge to set up your HD right.
And Monday.
I pledge to show this off to my girlfriends.
And sometimes Thursday.
I pledge to beat anyone's price. I pledge to be the house where all the kids want to hang out.
For the ultimate viewing experience, we pledge to get you the best picture quality for your HD TV. Guaranteed.
We'll give you a $100 Best Buy gift card. That's HD done right at Best Buy.
Once again, Fox is pushing television's limits, only this time, people are getting rich off of it. Get ready for the Rich List, the only show with no limit to how rich you can get.
We don't stop at $1 million or $2 million or even $10 million.
The most addictive game show since Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? The Rich List premieres Wednesday, November 1st on Fox.
The World Series on Fox is sponsored by State Farm. Great service, great rates. Nobody takes care of you like State Farm. By Citibank, earn rewards, points in more ways than ever with Citi. By DirecTV, there's good TV, there's better TV, and then there's DirecTV. And by Taco Bell, official fan of Major League Baseball. Well, ever since the sun set, it has been getting colder and colder and colder. It's 40 degrees, wind chill 33 degrees. Look at the bottom, a chance of rain and or snow. Here's the Cardinal lineup brought to you by Bank of America. They lead it off with David Eckstein, the shortstop. Spezio is the DH. Pujols hits third. Then Roland, who had a big night last night, Encarnacion in right. Jim Edmonds is the center fielder. Preston Wilson makes the start in left. Yadier Molina and Aaron Miles gets the start instead of Ronnie Belliard. First start for Miles, and here is Kenny Rogers right in the middle of all the action. And we remind you the 2006 World Series is brought to you by Budweiser Select. Brewed longer for a bold taste that finishes clean. Expect everything. Kenny Rogers was a 17-game winner during the regular season. Made one start against the Cardinals here in June. Well, the Tigers came back and won it. He's been virtually untouched in the postseason, and a strike to David Eckstein.
Kenny Rogers just pitching with a world of confidence right now.
Eckstein, Spezio, Pujols. He's had better velocity. Rogers has in this postseason. Eckstein, a one-hopper to short, fielded by Santiago. One away. You know about Santiago, how about the rest of them? State Farm covers the field. A look at the Tigers' defense. Monroe, Granderson, and Ordonez in the outfield. Brandon Inge, Santiago on the left side. Placido Polanco and Carlos Guillen on the right side. Ivan Rodriguez does the catching for Kenny Rogers, who is letting the emotion fly. Spezio acknowledges Alfonso Marquez, the home plate umpire, as he digs his way in with his little red beard, and he swings through the first pitch, strike one. Six RBIs for Spezio, and he has had a lot of success against Kenny Rogers, a career .395 hitter against him. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Joe, you talked about the speed of Kenny Rogers. The speed's not as important as the control. Against the right-handed batters all night, he will be away. He comes in occasionally, but rarely.
One pitch. Spezio went around, couldn't hold up. 1-2.
Yeah, that's the one pitch on which the Cardinal hitters have to hold up if they expect to get Kenny Rogers. The changeup out of the strike zone, down.
Two and two. I talked about Kenny Rogers letting the emotions go. By his own admission, he's been much more emotional and boisterous out on the mound. He has been demonstrative. In years past, he's tried to suppress all that, but now he's feeding off it. Pumping his fist into the air when he was going down to the bullpen to warm up tonight before the game, and saluting the fans back who were cheering his walk to the bullpen prior to the start against the Cardinals. He took care of Eckstein, and now a 2-2 count on Spezio.
Turns 42 on November 10th.
2 out. Tonight's MasterCard keys to the game as we settle into game number 2.
For the St. Louis Cardinals, greed is good. They have aces in the hole, Chris Carpenter, Jeff Suppan, to go Tuesday and Wednesday. So they'd love to have this game tonight. For the Tigers, can they score some runs for their hottest pitcher? And he has been red hot. Spezio taking that fastball on the inside corner.
Here's Pujols. There's ball 1. The question with this matchup, it's always a question for the Cardinals, their best, Pujols against the opposing pitcher. The scouts for the Tigers saw Pujols searching for it in the Mets series, the NLCS, fishing after pitches he wouldn't normally go after, and Rogers is a guy who can just touch the edges of the strike zone and make somebody like Pujols chase bad deliveries. That time Albert was patient, took that for ball 2. It's 2-0. How patient will Pujols be? On deck, it's rolling. 3-0. It almost looked like after falling behind, Rogers said, forget it. We will live to face him another day and deal with Rolen. 2 out and a walk.
You can see at the base of the thumb of Kenny Rogers, it looks like a discoloration. You know, pine tar is illegal. That's a foreign substance. But you can see it, it appears on a night like tonight, a lot of pitchers will use clear spray or stuff like that because it's very, very difficult to grip the ball. But that did look like a discoloration of sorts on the left thumb of Kenny Rogers.
1 on, 2 out. Rolen takes a strike. Well, you can bet that this game is being closely monitored by everybody involved in this series, and that includes the entire Cardinal clubhouse. And I'm sure the question will be asked, what's on the base of the left thumb of Kenny Rogers? Roland checked his swing, and the count's 1-1.
Those of you who may not know, you can blow on your hands tonight. It is cold enough. Normally, if it were a warm evening, it would be a ball if a pitcher went to his mouth.
To the left side, Inge can't make a play, and now it's 2 on with 2 out for the Cardinals. A walk to Pujols, an infield single for Roland, as Inge got to it but couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah, off the end of the bat, and that's a ball on which I didn't think Inge had to dive. He actually over-dives, if that's a word, and I guess it is right now. Probably over-diving because it was overdrive.
So now Encarnacion with 2 on and 2 out. And Encarnacion has done very little this postseason. Batting in the number 5 spot. And the former Tiger takes a strike. Came up with Detroit. And this year for the Cardinals, his first season in St. Louis, he was a .308 hitter against left-handed pitching. Last night had an RBI, did not have a hit. 0-2. The end of the bat, still 0-2, and Encarnacion just getting a piece of it to stay alive. Jim Leland and Tony La Russa, 2 big fans of Sparky Anderson, who threw out tonight's ceremonial first pitch. Sparky, the manager here in Detroit, when the Tigers won it in '84. Two on, 2 out, and a comebacker to Rogers. Inning over. Cardinals lead 2. Tigers coming to bat against the former Tiger, Jeff Weaver.
I'm back. Let's go get him, Chuck. Hey, show me what you got, little mama. Show me what you got, bird lady. Show me what you got, shawty. Show me what you got, baby. Hands up and wave, and wave, and wave, and wave. Show me what you got, little mama. Show me what you got, bird lady. Show me what you got, shawty. Show me what you got, baby. Hands up and wave, and wave, and wave, and wave. Show me what you got. Povey in the spot, I told you I was hot. Tell these other dudes it's a rap. The king's back. Expect everything.
So 7th inning stretch. Game tied at 6. Back after this.
Good afternoon. How can I help you?
I have a question about my account. I also have some checks to deposit.
No problem. I can help you with both of those.
Really?
What's your question?
Can I transfer?
At Bank of America, our managers are there for you,
Well done.
offering solutions
Thank you.
to make your banking easier.
We're back here in the bottom of the 7th, and the first pitch.
Bank of America, higher standards.
The
2007 Lincoln MKZ. With a powerful new 3.5-liter engine and available all-wheel drive, it'll take you on the ride of your life.
My dream is to ditch the corner office, even if it's just for the weekend.
Life's calling. Where to next?
The World Series on Fox, sponsored by the new 2007 Lincoln MKZ. By Warner Brothers' new motion picture, We Are Marshall, in theaters Friday, December 22nd. By Bank of America, the official bank of Major League Baseball. And by the United States Postal Service, now the post office comes to you with free package pickup. Let's take a look at the Tigers lineup. And it's brought to you by Bank of America. Curtis Granderson will lead it off. Same look as last night for Jim Leland. Monroe bats second. Polanco hitting third. In the middle, Ordonez, Guillen, and Ivan Rodriguez. The DH is Sean Casey, Brandon Inge, and then Ramon Santiago is the shortstop. Out there for his glove with Guillen playing first. And here's Jeff Weaver. It was the 14th overall pick by Detroit back in '98. And there are the numbers that Tim underlines this postseason. He has stepped up huge for the Cardinals in October.
Yeah, you talk about Kenny Rogers, but Jeff Weaver has just been terrific for St. Louis, and they wouldn't be here without him.
Granderson first up, and he takes a strike. Mentioned that Jeff Weaver was a first-round pick by Detroit. He came up in '99 and then was traded July 5th. 2002, that breaking ball missing. Was traded to the Yankees, a 3-team trade. The primary piece of the deal for Detroit is they got Bonderman from Oakland. That's out of play, and it counts 1-2. But these two pitchers hooking up tonight, Tim, are two guys who were in that fraternity. Guys with good stuff, but who struggled in their time in New York. Kenny Rogers with the Yankees and with the Mets for a short while, and certainly Jeff Weaver, who was there for 1 year plus. The 1-2. Anderson out in front of it, hooks it foul.
That's more the type swing that the Tigers are looking for tonight, the line drive type swing. Last night, of the 27 outs made, 18 were made in the air. Not line drives in the air, but fly balls. Tigers want to get away from that tonight.
Up and away, 2-2. Mentioned last night that Granderson led the American League with his 174 strikeouts. He's cut that way down in the postseason, only 3. Got a little different approach at the plate with his swing. And he shoots one into center for Edmonds. Turns both ways and makes the catch on this windy night in that big center field here in Detroit.
Jim Edmonds turning to his right, now turns to his left and one-hands it. Jim plays a very shallow center field, but balls like that are relatively routine for the 8-time Gold Glover.
Disappointment with the Tiger fans and those two Cardinal fans right in the middle of all that dark blue. We're happy, and they'll be happy right now. The Tiger fans will, as that is a bomb by Monroe. 1-0 Detroit. He has hit 2 blasts the last 2 nights.
Both on first pitches. First pitch from Anthony Reyes last night, and now the first pitch from Jeff Weaver. His 5th postseason home run. Well, I mean, there was no doubt about either one. Last night or tonight.
28 all season, and he's got 5 in the postseason. Polanco takes a ball, 1 strike. Placido's had a great postseason. Last night, however, the Cardinals kept him hitless. To the left side, Eckstein. Polanco is out, 2 away. First, last night's home run off Reyes.
First pitch inside. Fastball. Tonight, first pitch, it looked like a backup slider. It may have been a fastball. A fastball and a slider about the same speed. Regardless of what it was the same tail as last night for Monroe. Hammered that ball.
Now it's Maglio Ordonez, who was hitless last night. Floats one beyond Eckstein for a hit. And the first inning continues as Ordonez floats one into shallow left center. Here's the defense for the Tigers, or rather the Cardinals, and State Farm covers the field. The Cardinals have an outfield of Preston Wilson in left, Jim Edmonds in center, and Juan Encarnacion in right. Roland, Eckstein, Miles, and Pujols on the infield, and Yadier Molina does the catching. You saw Roland with his 6 Gold Gloves, and Edmonds out in center has 8. Here is Carlos Guillen. Jeff Weaver has allowed 69 home runs the last couple of years. Most home runs allowed in the big leagues. Spins Guillen out of there with ball 1.
It's all part of pitching. Trying to maintain that outside corner. You just have to move hitters away from the plate.
One ball, no strikes, and Carlos Guillen 2 for 4 last night with an RBI in the first. On the inside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike. To get the full story of Jeff Weaver, realize that after he left Detroit, went to the Yankees, the only other time he has pitched in the World Series, he threw a delivery in Game 4 of the 2003 World Series in Miami, and it was a walk-off home run in the 12th inning hit by Alex Gonzalez of the Marlins. Then he moved on. He went to the Dodgers, had a 2-year record with LA of 27 and 24. He was a late signing by the Angels this past offseason. A 1-year, $8.3 million deal was 3 and 10. And he was designated for assignment and traded to the Cardinals, and they stuck with him. They rebuilt his confidence and his stuff. Throw down to first, and Ordonez back on ball 3 to Guillen. Now here in the postseason, Weaver won Game 2 at San Diego in the division series, 2-zip. Pitched well, but a loser in Game 1 of the NLCS at Shea. Was the winner in St. Louis Game 5 against the Mets with 6 innings pitched, 2 runs on 6 hits. The 3-1. Guillen into left center field. Wilson back on the run at the track over his head. It stays in play, and Ordonez all the way from first makes it 2-0.
And the Tigers getting a break because that ball short hopped the left center field fence instead of going over it. Obviously, had it gone over it, it's a ground rule double. But good power to left center field by Guillen. Giving chase is Preston Wilson, and the short hop, the best thing that could have happened for the Tigers, because that allows Ordonez to circle the bases and score rather handily.
Last night, the Tigers got one in the first. Cardinals came right back to tie it. Tonight, they have put up 2 and have a chance for more. Here's Ivan Rodriguez. Runner at second, 2 out. Strike 1. Rodriguez is 0 for his last 15 during the postseason. Monroe is all jacked up down in that dugout. Two.
Worth bringing up again, last night we talked about the first 2 innings. The Tigers outscoring their opponents by a large amount, by 84 runs. And that allows them, when they do that, to allow their pitchers to relax. They've got a good one on the mound tonight.
Still 0-2. A 1-out home run by Monroe. A 2-out single by Ordonez, and then the RBI double into left center field by Guillen. To the left side for Rowland. Gets the high hop and tags for the out. They're calling the out at third if you're keeping the score sheet at home. Here's the home run by Monroe. Got the scoring started. 2-0 Tigers after 1 in game 2.
Halt! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Answer my 3 questions and I'll let you pass.
Are you kidding?
What's large as a mountain but as small as a... Hey, how many people you got in there?
8.
Whoa, is that a DVD player?
Maybe.
Do I smell cookies?
Hit the gas. That's 3.
Beloved by humans, envied by trolls. The Pilot from Honda.
When my brother started selling auto insurance, I got a little pressure to use them.
A little? I'm State Farm Agent Amy Kaplan, and this is a true story.
I didn't pressure you. I think blood is thicker than water.
So was some of his staff. We switched from State Farm to him.
The service was horrible.
Well, he wouldn't call me back, and he's my brother.
So I called him, and he was ready to switch back.
State Farm treated us like family.
Yeah, better.
Great service and great rates, it's all here. Nobody takes care of you like State Farm. Call an agent today.
Like a good neighbor?
State Farm is there.
We are! Marshall!
Almost home.
In a moment, everything can change.
All players and coaches on board were killed in the greatest disaster in college sports history.
In a moment,
I'm Coach Jack Lingle. We're in this together now.
anything is possible.
This is not a game. This is about what happened to this town.
This is your opportunity to rise from these ashes. The funeral's in today.
We are Marshall. This film is not yet rated. It starts December 22nd.
Today, I will earn rewards points faster than ever. For speed enhancement, I wear these striped pants. Victor, change into something faster. I'd like 2 plane tickets to Miami using my City Premier Pass credit card. Since I also have a Citibank checking account, I get more points for paying my bills online. Victor, how do I look? Fast. Grrr, tiger fast. Thanks to City, no one can touch my rewards point skills. Rewarding, very, very, very rewarding.
Leaving for work, the newlyweds. The not-so-newlyweds.
Don't use the downstairs toilet.
Till Death returns with all new episodes, Thursday, November 2nd on Fox.
How long's he been up there?
Since his team was eliminated from the postseason.
Hit it, kid. Real fans don't hide in October, Frank. What's his team?
The Cubbies.
Ooh. I know you're a Cub fan, but you're a bigger fan of baseball. Get out of the tree. It's October. I live for this, you live for this, and the whole world lives for this. To the TV! Watch the World Series on Fox.
As we are getting ready here for the second inning, Randy Marsh is the crew chief, and the umpires are calling Tony La Russa out to the field for whatever reason. Now, we showed you in the first inning the base of the left thumb on the pitching hand of Kenny Rogers. That's on the left. We talked about it, showed it close up, and now here in the second, he has gone out, and whatever was there, whatever it was, has been washed off. You can still see some of the discoloration, the remnants of what was there. But it is a different looking base of his left thumb, and that's the discussion after he came off the mound after the top of the first inning. And now the conversation with La Russa and members of this umpiring crew before the start of the second inning.
Remember, for you folks who may not know, a pitcher can use the rosin, but he can't use anything else. And that discoloration looked like, we're not saying it was, but it looked like pine tar. And Preston had been said back in 1980, Jimmy Fry, the manager of the Kansas City Royals, went out and had Steve Carlton wash his hands in the 8th inning, a game in which Carlton had pitched a shutout up to then. He left the game after walking 2 hitters on 8 pitches when Jimmy Fry made him wash his hands. That was the game where the Phillies clinched their only world championship.
Jim Edmonds leads it off for the Cardinals with Wilson and Molina to follow. And Rogers gets a quick strike. And now the next to the Cardinals center fielder. Misses down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Edmonds this season hit only .184 against left-handed pitching. In his career against Kenny Rogers, 10 out of 43 with 16 strikeouts. But his streak has continued after missing a full month of baseball down the stretch. He's played in every postseason game so far this year.
Boy, Kenny Rogers just gives left-handed hitters fits. That fastball riding in on the hands, the curveball away, the fastball away. So many areas, so many different speeds.
On the outside corner. Strike 2.
After the fastball inside, the fastball outside.
Edmonds leading off. That's not close. Full count. Edmonds, then Wilson and Molina. 2-0 Detroit. Home run by Monroe. And a 2-out RBI double by Guillen. One away. Second strikeout for Kenny Rogers, and let's send it down to Chris Myers.
Joe, just on the chilly temperatures, a lot colder down here with the wind chill in the 30s. Both teams have wardrobe more suitable for skiing than baseball. They were talking about gusts of wind that could make a pop-up an adventure. As far as gripping the ball, that could be part of the problem here with Kenny Rogers, although the Tiger players beforehand said these were the same conditions the last time he pitched here against Detroit, and his curveball was wicked in the cold.
All right, thank you, Chris. 1 out, nobody on, and the pitch is low to Preston Wilson, who gets the start tonight. Wilson, his last 13 games against the American League, hitting .348. He has had a slow postseason in his first try with the Cardinals. 2-0.
If he can choose a fastball down in the strike zone, he could give Rogers as much trouble as any other Cardinal because he's a good low ball hitter. He's got that blind spot right around the letters. We've seen that throughout the postseason.
Wilson has struck out in his last 4 at-bats during the postseason. And after getting the count in his favor, it's now less so with a count of 2-1. 2-2.
Out of the strike zone. The Cardinals have to make Kenny Rogers throw strikes if they're to hit him well tonight.
Wilson got a piece of it. Still 2-2. Kenny Rogers was the starter for the All-Star game this past year in Pittsburgh. Started for the AL, allowed 1 run in 2 innings, did not get a decision. And he has been getting better, better, and better. Last 11 starts, 8-1 with a 1.86 ERA. That's foul. Yadier Molina on deck, 1 out, nobody on here in the second.
The Cardinals have faced a left-hander like Kenny Rogers this postseason. That's Tom Glavine of the New York Mets, but Glavine's pitching style has changed. He started coming inside more, not Kenny Rogers. He's going to stay outside the right-handed batters until they prove they can handle that sinker.
Breaking ball, grounded back to Rogers. Good play. 2 down.
Good play by a Gold Glover. His second assist of the game as he throws the curveball to Wilson. He can flat field his position.
That's the second out of the inning, and Yadier Molina will step in. Jim Leland giving Kenny Rogers game number 2, so he would be assured. And there's a shot into left center field. Back at the track, it's Monroe to haul it in. They want Rogers to pitch twice here at home if the series goes at least 6. Now Rogers talking to the home plate umpire. It's 2-0 Detroit.
What would it take to keep your personal financial information safe? A ferocious guard dog? A great white shark? A man-eating tiger? Any of them will do thanks to Bank of America's Site Key. Just choose a picture and title. We'll show them to you when you sign on, so you know you're securely on our site, not some look-alike. So if you'll feel safer protected by a fearsome grizzly bear, we've got you covered. Open a checking account and experience higher standards in checking, only from Bank of America.
Man, this thing is smunchy. Smunchy? Soft, melty, crunchy. It's smunchy.
I'm thinking Craffelty. Crunchy, soft, melty.
No, it's more of a crunchy, chewy, cheesy. Crunch-chewy.
Nice.
I know. Knuckle me.
Nice. Oh, okay, I'll just...
Taco Bell's Cheesy Gordita Crunch. Warm flatbread covered in 3 melted cheeses, wrapped around a crunchy taco and topped with the zesty pepper jack sauce. It's a textural taste sensation. To get crunchy, chewy, and cheesy, think outside the bun.
You need some help?
Yeah. Could you give me a jump?
Sure.
Let's give it a try.
Try giving it some gas.
Thanks.
Oh, look at these.
Those are our latest Motorola phones. The Q has easy access to email. The Razr and the Crazer both have exclusive VCast music, and they're navigation ready.
Nice.
And of course, they all come with the network.
Can I get a bag for them?
Now you can get our sleekest Motorola phones on America's most reliable wireless network, Verizon Wireless. Right now, get a great deal on Motorola phones, like this fully loaded Razr for just $49.99. Verizon Wireless, it's the network.
Catch new episodes of Standoff Tuesdays at 8, 7 Central after the World Series on Fox. And watch clips from Standoff with VCast from Verizon Wireless. It's broadband quality video right on your phone.
2-0 Detroit as we go to the bottom of the second inning. And we showed you Kenny Rogers talking to the home plate umpire. Now Randy Marsh, the crew chief, talking to Jim Leland during the break. And you have to believe that this discussion, which was on the heels of the discussion that this group had with Tony La Russa prior to the top of the second, had to do with whatever that substance was on the hand of Kenny Rogers. And it's so flagrant that it almost makes you believe that it can't be something in the category of an illegal substance, but whatever it was washed off by Kenny Rogers, and we'll try to get any more on that story we can as we continue. Casey flies one into center. Into the glove of Edmonds, one out.
I guess the big question is, if it wasn't illegal, why was it washed off?
It's a very good question. So one out here in the bottom of the second, and Brandon Inge, the number 8 hitter, will step to the plate with Santiago to follow. 7, 8, 9 for Detroit. Brandon Inge is one of the more likable guys that you can run across in any clubhouse. And his production at third base and at the plate has been getting better as the years have gone on. A former catcher. 316 games as a catcher, just under 400 as a third baseman. And he's on with one out here in the second inning with a base hit to left.
Tigers have hit them hard, and they've hit them softly. Little flare by Ordonez, a flare by Inge, following the hard hit home run by Monroe, and the ball hit well to left center by Guillen.
Here's Santiago, who is 0 for 9 so far in the postseason, 0 for 2 last night. Because Carlos Guillen's playing first instead of Casey. Tigers use Santiago at short. They'll use Casey at first when this series goes to St. Louis, starting on Tuesday night with Game 3. Santiago is a switch hitter, a 26-year-old. He's been with Detroit. Spent a short while with Seattle, and now he's back with the Tigers. And Inge could not have a smaller lead over at first. Cardinals have Roland way in at third base, looking for a bunt. Granderson on deck. No sign of a bunt, strike one. Not only did Sparky Anderson throw out the ceremonial first pitch tonight, but he was followed to the mound by Alan Trammell. And this place went crazy for Alan Trammell, one of their favorite players ever to play here in a Tiger uniform, the MVP of the '84 World Series and the last manager here, suffering through some rough seasons before Jim Leland took over here in '06.
Suffering through that horrible year 3 years ago when the Tigers lost an American League record 119 games.
Little fly ball into right center field. Encarnacion will play it on a bounce, and it's 2 on with 1 out.
Sometimes guys hit balls where there are no defenses for them. That little triangle out in the right center field, it's almost impossible to position an outfielder that closely, because you have to respect Santiago's son. Inge thought that there perhaps was a chance for Encarnacion to make a play. Stops at second.
Curtis Granderson now. He was a kid, his favorite Christmas gift was a Walter Payton jersey.
Sweetness.
Grew up in Chicago, his parents are both teachers. And a guy with an electric personality. 2 on with 1 out, and a chance for the Tigers to add to their 2-0 lead. Weaver in trouble here in the second, and Granderson hits it hard. Miles, a good play. Eckstein in the middle, out, and a double play ends the inning. Very well turned by Aaron Miles and David Eckstein to get the speedy Granderson, and Game 2 goes into the third. 2-0 Tigers.
Today I will earn rewards points in more ways than ever before. And I will do it while Victor tries to distract me. First, I get points for using my Citibank debit card. Next, I get points for my Citi mortgage. Now my greatest secret, points for using my Citi Premier Pass credit card. Istanbul, please. No madness can stop Citi's many rewarding ways. Victor, pull yourself together. Rewarding, very, very, very rewarding.
relationships in life are more important than the one between you and your Michelin tires. Rugged, long-lasting Michelin truck tires. Michelin, a better way forward.
Hey, it's me, Mark, still living out of my Sentra for 7 days. Today, I'm gonna put this bad boy to the test. I got my golden deer, my Barbie, my gnome, toast. Smooth! None of my CDs moved, my soda didn't spill, one tie fell off the hanger, but it's a silk tie. Those things always fall off the hangers. Not too shabby. My next generation Nissan Sentra.
Hey, Joe, remember we met on the elevator that we met you like an hour ago?
Oh, yeah. How are you guys?
Zach does a really good Joe Buck. You gotta hear it.
It's not that great.
You gotta hear it. It's incredible.
Why do you do this?
Do it.
He winds up for the pitch. It's a screwball.
Wait, who's talking? Is that Joe or Zach?
And he's out of there. What's up?
Okay.
No.
Okay, let's just bring it down a notch, all right?
Why don't I get 5?
You guys have some work to do in your room or anything, or?
No, all done.
Wield their powers. Feel their fury. Fight for justice. When the world needs heroes, no one else is in their league. Justice League Heroes. Rated Teen.
From the network that brought you 24 and Prison Break comes the new legal drama that only Fox could do.
Right now, your guilt or innocence is determined by a 60-second video bite on CNN.
We've got to do something. The kid's innocent.
When a scandal becomes a headline,
I don't want money. I want them to go to jail for killing my mom.
meet the best defense money can buy.
What is taking the jury so long?
Please leave. You're killing the buzz I'm feeling from winning the case.
Justice, all new on its new night after Prison Break, tomorrow on Fox.
Two guys with RBIs for the Tigers. Craig Monroe and then Carlos Guillen as we move into the third inning. And Aaron Miles, who started that very well-turned double play to end the second inning, leads it off and takes a strike. Hit .291 as a right-handed batter this year, a switch-hitting middle infielder, and he had a very good first year with the Cardinals. Played a lot of second base the first half of the year. Then the Cardinals got Ronnie Belliard from Cleveland. The Cardinals needed Miles to switch over to the other side and play shortstop when Eckstein was hurt. Came up with some big hits all year, and he's up on the count here, 2-1.
71 games at second base and 31 at shortstop. There aren't too many teams that can have a utility man as valuable as Aaron Miles.
Leads it off here in the third inning, and a 2-1. In at the knees, 2-2. Eckstein to follow, and then Spezio for the Cardinals, who trail 2-0. Miles able to lay off that pitch, down and away, full count. Strikeout number 3.
What made that double play so good was that Miles could not get the ball cleanly, and he's too far away from second base to shovel it softly. So he shovels it quickly, and Eckstein makes the turn. That was a terrific double play turned by the Cardinal infield.
Miles strikes out here in the third inning, and the batter is Eckstein. Grounded out to short, first time up, takes a strike. Eckstein now 0 for 6 in this World Series and 8 out of 47 in the postseason. Inches there, and now 8 out of 48 is the leadoff hitter. The career of Kenny Rogers has taken many turns. He came up with this in 1989. There are the different uniforms he has worn. 6 different teams. You go back to a perfect game that he threw back in '94. Last year, the incident with a cameraman in Texas. And now this year, his first year of a 2-year deal with Detroit. He has been the ace of this staff with 15 scoreless innings coming in. And now 17 2/3 scoreless innings up to date this postseason. 207 career victories. Spezio to Inge. And the Cardinals go in order. Bottom of the 3rd inning here in Detroit. Tigers bat up 2-0.
For each of us, there's a moment of discovery. We turn a page, we raise a hand, and just then, in the flash of a synapse, we learn that life is elemental. And this knowledge changes everything. We look around and see the grandness of the scheme. Sodium bonding with chlorine, carbon bonding with oxygen, hydrogen bonding with oxygen. We see all things connected. We see life unfold. And in the dazzling brilliance of this knowledge, we may overlook the element not listed on the chart. Its importance so obvious, its presence is simply understood. The missing element is the human element, and when we add it to the equation, the chemistry changes. Every reaction is different. Potassium looks to bond with potential. Metals behave with hardened resolve. And hydrogen and oxygen form desire. The human element is the element of change. It gives us our footing to stand fearlessly and face the future. It is a way of seeing that gives us a way of touching issues, ambitions, lives. The human element. Nothing is more fundamental. Nothing more elemental.
There were 2 options. Change the road or change the SUV. Introducing the Acura MDX with super handling all-wheel drive. Technology takes it to a whole new place. Acura. Advance.
Dear viewer, heard of the new Biggie Pack from Eclipse Gum? It fits in your car's cup holder. If you don't have a car, put it on your desk. If you don't have a job, you probably shouldn't be watching TV. The handy new Eclipse Biggie Pack.
This may be too much for a blunt instrument to understand. Any thug can kill. I want you to take your ego out of the equation.
So you want me to be half monk, half hitman?
I knew it was too early to promote you.
Well, I understand double O's have a very short life expectancy.
Casino Royale, rated PG-13.
Game number 2 moves into the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's Monroe, Polanco, and Ordonez, 2, 3, and 4 hitters. And instead of taking the first pitch and knocking the cover off the ball, this time Monroe takes it for strike 1. Homered last night, homered tonight in the 1st inning. It's 2-0 Tigers, and there's strike 2.
I think that's the difference between Jeff Weaver now with that confidence that he has and Jeff Weaver of yesteryear. Even though a guy hits a home run off of it, the next time up, he just pours 2 right down the middle of the plate. You wouldn't have seen that 3 to 5 years ago.
On the outside corner, good pitch, 1 out. And the first strikeout for Jeff Weaver tonight.
After 3 fastballs, he drops down and puts the slider in an ideal spot.
So Monroe back to the dugout. Placido Polanco walks in, 0 for 1. Down and away, ball 1. The Detroit Tigers had 12 straight losing seasons from 1994 through 2005. That 03 year, there's a strike. An AL record 119 losses. This is the longest stretch for losing seasons in a row, broken up by a World Series. And that is a foul ball as Polanco got out in front. It's 1-2.
Yeah, the Cardinal pitchers are wearing Polanco out inside. He was jammed 3 times last night. His first time up today. And you can see the Cardinals going inside to Polanco and trying to really impress him inside. That separated shoulder in late August that Joe talked about last night kept him out of the lineup for 5 weeks.
Back-to-back strikeouts of Monroe and Polanco, 2 down here in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, after impressing Placido inside, Weaver again drops down and throws the slider. That's just good pitching right there. Inside, 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 slider away.
Ordonez now, Maglio with a flare hit, and then he scored on the 2-out RBI double by Guillen. And Weaver steps off. And here's what is at stake here tonight for these 2 teams. For the Cardinals, they get the win last night from Reyes. They have Weaver going tonight. He's pitched well during the postseason. And then, as Tim said, aces in the hole. Chris Carpenter and Suppan scheduled to work games 3 and 4. Ordonez on with a base hit to right. And this 3rd inning will continue. Ordonez 2 for 2. And then after that, Tony La Russa told us all bets are off. If he needs to come back with Weaver, Carpenter, and Suppan all on short rest, the rest of the series he will do that. So the Tigers are in a position here at home, down 1-0, where they desperately need to win tonight before Carpenter goes in game 3.
And that's one of the reasons on the other side of the ledger why Jim Leyland started Steve Rogers tonight. Or Kenny Rogers, I beg your pardon. Kenny Rogers, because he can not only start tonight, but start game 6 if it comes back here to Detroit.
One on with 2 out. Guillen takes a ball. The other part of that equation is after the work that Anthony Reyes provided the Cardinals last night, he certainly gives La Russa and Duncan an option if they want to go back to Reyes his next time up and keep everybody on regular rest.
It'd be tough not to go back to Reyes the way he pitched last night.
Here's a 1-0 to Guillen. Out of play, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here are the numbers for Anthony Reyes, who worked game 1 last night. 8 innings. He got into the 9th and gave up the home run to Monroe. Only 4 hits allowed. Carlos Guillen with 2 out and a runner. Ordonez at first. Light mist falling here in Detroit. The wind is blowing it around, and with the temperature falling, who knows what kind of weather we'll be experiencing by the end of tonight. A 1-1. Good pitch from Weaver, 1-2.
Good curveball right there. Most right-handed pitchers who throw sliders to right-handed batters end up throwing curveballs to left-handers. For whatever reason, that slider from a right-handed pitcher is down and in to the left-handers, and that's a very volatile area. So Weaver going to the curve instead of the slider.
Guillen shoots it down the right field line. It is a foul ball.
That's why it's volatile. That was a slider down and in. And left-handed hitters, all they do, they drop the bat head on it. You don't have to extend it. But it was foul.
It's at Travel Day tomorrow, and then World Series game number 3 from St. Louis on Tuesday night. And a pitching matchup of Nate Robertson the left-hander, against Chris Carpenter. In this postseason is 2-1, both wins coming over San Diego. 0-1 in 2 starts against the Mets. Weaver taking a long time to get his sign and come set. Ian hops out of there again. St. Louis in the top of the 4th inning will have their 3, 4, and 5 hitters. That means Pujols, Roland, and Encarnacion. Now a full count. And Ordonez will take off on the next pitch to Guillen. Goes 3-2 pitch, misses, ball 4. And the first walk handed out tonight by Weaver on a close pitch. And here is our Verizon Wireless game summary. Craig Monroe with a first inning home run. Guillen followed later with a 2-out RBI double. Kenny Rogers has now gone 18 innings pitched in this postseason without allowing a run.
That was a terrific at bat by Carlos Guillen, fouling off a couple of tough pitches, those balls down on the hands, and then taking the breaking ball on the 3-2 pitch to earn the walk.
Seven no-hitters thrown in Little League for Ivan Rodriguez, and that doesn't surprise anybody with the kind of arm he's always had. 2 on, 2 out, and a pop-up, foul, and out of play. Pitch was sitting there. Rodriguez fouled it back, and Ivan, 0 for his last 16, has 2 more runners on.
Not only a great arm, Joe, but great footwork behind the plate. I mean, a guy who's got the quickest feet of any catcher that I've seen. Feet are always under him when he throws. Future Hall of Famer, what a player.
2 on, 2 out. And a ball off the outside corner from Weaver. Low, 2-1. Now Weaver's going to call Molina out to talk. These are 2 teams hooking up that so far have gotten a lot of mileage out of that whole underdog theme. The Cardinals were underdogs against San Diego and the Mets. Here they are in the World Series. The Tigers were certainly underdogs, according to the national media, to the Yankees, and some like the A's over Detroit. But the Tigers, after losing their first game at Yankee Stadium in the division series, had won 7 straight until last night. Weaver's 2-1, 3-1 with Sean Casey on deck. count. Prior to that pitch, we had our camera on Dave Duncan, who was yelling out, trying to get Yadier Molina's attention. Finally, and I don't know how Molina could hear him with this crowd as loud as it is, but he heard Duncan. And Dave Duncan was shouting out instructions to tell Weaver to stay straight. He was falling off on the previous pitches. Molina, prior to that 3-1 pitch, just demonstrated behind the plate. Now goes out to talk with a count of 3-2, where the runners will go with 2 out here in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, every time a pitcher has a mechanical problem on the mound, the pitching coach can't continue to run out there. Your catcher is your messenger.
On 3-2 with the runners going, a shattered bat, and Pujols will take it to the bag unassisted. Albert Pujols corrals the final out, and now the reigning National League MVP will lead it off for the Cardinals in the 4th, down 2-0.
Here's how it works. Get the nation's slimmest smartphone at a very slim price. The Q. With easy access to email and Windows Mobile. It's the stylish way to work. Exclusively from Verizon Wireless, America's most reliable wireless broadband network. Verizon Wireless. It's the network.
Using only my City Premier Pass credit card, I earn rewards points crazy fast. And I will do it restrained with this restraining device. I start with the points for buying my ticket and Victor's ticket. Then earn points for my miles and his. Unbelievable. Using only the City Premier Pass credit card, I rock the house. Big time. Rewarding. Very, very, very rewarding.
Shall we raise our shields, Captain?
At ease, Mr. Chekhov. Again with the shields. I wish he'd just relax and enjoy the amazing picture clarity of the DirecTV HD we just hooked up. With what Starfleet just ponied up for this big screen TV, settling for cable would be illogical. What? I can't use that line?
For picture quality that beats cable, you've got to get DirecTV.
This is our country.
This is our country.
This is our truck. The all-new Chevy Silverado.
The World Series on Fox, sponsored by the Dow Chemical Company, finding the bond between chemistry and humanity. By British Airways, business class is different on British Airways. And by Chevy, baseball's #1 fan, Chevy, an American revolution. 4th inning now, the heart of the order for St. Louis. Pujols, Roland, and Encarnacion. If anybody gets on, Jim Edmonds against Kenny Rogers. Ball 1 to Pujols, who walked his first time. And after Rogers fell behind, it looked like Kenny was willing to give him a pass. It's the only walk that Rogers has allowed tonight. 2-0.
That's the thing about Albert Pujols or Barry Bonds or a few other hitters in the history of the game. They see so few strikes during a game. 6 straight balls tonight to Pujols.
That caught the outside corner, 2-1.
Right on the corner.
Little chopper, Kenny Rogers over to field it, get the out. Pujols not running well with that bad hamstring and the easy out. He's been instructed by La Russa not to tear down the line on a ball of this nature. It's not a case of a guy that's not hustling. It's a case of a guy that's trying to protect a bad leg. Leadoff man is gone, and Scott Rowland will be the hitter. Scott with a base hit through the left side his first time up, and all of a sudden he is red hot. First pitch to Rowland. Strike one. Scott was quoted last night as saying after the game, when Rowland not only hit the home run but had a double, 2-run scored, he had more fight in him for game one than he had in the NLCS early. And off the end of the bat into center, 2 out here in the 4th. And let's go down to Chris Myers.
Joe and Tim, for a clarification on Kenny Rogers, Steve Palermo, the supervising official here for the umpires, checked with Alfonso Marquez, home plate umpire, during the last inning, telling us that at the same time that he went over to talk to Kenny Rogers about some kind of substance or dirt on his hand, Tony La Russa was talking to Randy Marsh and questioning, as some Cardinal players were, the substance that you showed. And basically, to simplify, the umpire said, hey, whatever Kenny you have on there, it has to be cleaned off. We want to be proactive about this, so there isn't any question and it isn't any suspicion. They let both Tony La Russa and Jim Leland know, and that's the way the situation stands at the moment.
All right, thank you, Chris. There's Steve Palermo talking to the home plate umpire Marquez, and Encarnacion checks on the shortstop Santiago. The Cardinal heart of the order goes 1, 2, 3. 19 straight scoreless thrown by Rogers this October. Still 2-0 Detroit.
Kanaichi something.
It's pronounced konnichiwa.
Oh, thanks. I'm going to Japan. You ever been?
I was made in Japan.
Ooh, it's a small world.
Why aren't you at the post office?
I'm being picked up.
What are you, special or something?
As a matter of fact, I am. Peace out.
Sayonara.
Even when it's international, the post office comes to you with free package pickup.
Using only my City Premier Pass credit card, I earn rewards points crazy fast, and I will do it restrained with this restraining device. I start with the points for buying my ticket and Victor's ticket, then earn points for my miles and his. Unbelievable. Using only the City Premier Pass credit card, I rock the house. Big time. Rewarding. Very, very, very rewarding.
You need some help?
Yeah. Could you give me a jump?
Sure.
Let's give it a try.
Try giving it some gas.
Thanks.
Wield their powers. Feel their fury. Fight for justice. When the world needs heroes, no one else is in their league. Justice League Heroes. Rated Teen.
We believe the best service anticipates your needs. Business class is different on British Airways.
Only one series has critics everywhere on the edge of their seats.
Breaking out was just the beginning. Now it gets a little more interesting.
Prison Break returns with all new episodes at 8, 7 Central tomorrow on Fox.
It's the bottom of the 4th inning now. Game 2. 2 first-inning runs for Detroit. A home run by Monroe. A 2-out RBI double by Guillen. And that's it. Weaver has settled down a bit from that point. Got around to hitting a walk last inning. And now Sean Casey leads it off and comes up empty. Strike 1. Casey, then Inge and Santiago. 7, 8, 9. For the Tigers. Now Sean Casey struggled down the stretch during the regular season, hit just over 200. 202 over his last 26 games, then was red hot in the postseason before tearing a calf muscle, his left calf, during the ALCS. He had a longer layoff than his teammates did, and so it should take him a little while to get his swing back and his timing back at the plate. Hitless last night. He's 0 for 4 so far in the World Series. And in the hole here, 1 and 2.
Cardinals are trying to come in on Casey. It looks to me, Joe, that Casey is not pushing off that left leg. It was his left calf muscle. He has been jammed, and most of it, his at-bats the last 2 nights. Even though Jim Leland talking about him perhaps playing first when the Tigers go to St. Louis. See, that's the type pitch. He's just not driving off that back leg. Not getting around on it like Casey can.
We talked with Tony La Russa during the last break, and we will play that for you after Casey does something to start this 4th inning. He's hit on the leg by the pitch or the arm, and Jeff Weaver is trying to say, and meanwhile Molina's hurt. Weaver is trying to say that Casey leaned into the pitch and Molina is in some pain. Let's take a look at the pitch first.
Yeah, I think I can certainly understand Jeff Weaver in that particular instance. Watch the right foot come down, and Casey appeared to lean into that pitch. There was no effort by Sean whatsoever to get out of the way, and I think it hit the ground and then came up under that protective cup of Yadier Molina.
So while we get the opportunity, let's go back to our discussion that we had with La Russa during the break. Well, Tony La Russa from the dugout, has there been anything said by you guys tonight? Our cameras picked up something on the left hand of Kenny Rogers during the 1st inning. Is there anything going on with your side of it, talking to the umpires about that situation early?
That's not something I would discuss during the game.
Okay, let's talk about your pitcher, Jeff Weaver. He has done a nice job for you this postseason. You wouldn't be here to this point without the contributions by Jeff Weaver. How about what you see tonight so far from him?
Well, they got half a dozen hits, and 4 of them have been balls that haven't been hard hit. He made 2 mistakes over the plate, and 1 was a home run, the other was an RBI double. So, they penalized him twice when he's missed. But he's throwing the ball well, and looked like he had a good inning last time. As
far as the pitching of Kenny Rogers is concerned, are you getting what you expected from the 41-year-old left-hander?
Yeah, he's got a lot of movement. He's got good command tonight, and he's got a little change up there for Albert, and a curveball for Scott, and a fastball in for Juan. So the whole barrage.
Anything you guys have been told about the weather as we go on through tonight? Any updates from the grounds crew or the umpires?
Well, I just know I'd like to leave these things on because my ears are a lot warmer with them. Can I keep them on?
Yeah, absolutely, but just turn the volume down, then you don't have to listen to us.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Tony. Tony La Russa, and not willing to answer the question, understandably so. There's a line drive base hit by Brandon Inge into center field, and the first 2 are on for the Tigers here in the 4th inning. La Russa not wanting to talk about the Kenny Rogers situation in the 1st inning, and Brandon Inge now, after going 0 for 3 last night, is 2 for 2 tonight.
And with the Tigers up by 2, you can look for Santiago to bunt. Rowland is coming out to talk to Weaver. If you're a right-handed pitcher in this situation, it's very, very important to read what the third baseman's going to do. The left-hander's going to try to bunt the ball down the third base line. And instead of coming toward home and then to third, the right-handed pitcher must break directly to third base. The first baseman will cover your rear end.
Well, with the lead runner being Sean Casey, it has to take virtually a perfect bunt, even when Casey is healthy, to get him over to third base, let alone with a bad calf.
That's why you try, if you're the left-handed hitting Santiago, to make Rolen feel the ball. If you bunt it hard enough to Rolen, then it's successful.
Let's quickly go down to Chris Myers.
Hey, Joe, I was talking to Brandon Inge before the game, and he was telling me that when he was with the Tigers, when Jeff Weaver was in Detroit, he actually was the catcher, that they had a pretty good understanding, and Inge thought that was an advantage in facing Weaver, but he did say that Jeff gets rattled when people bunt on him. He said it really, really rattles him.
And here's a bunting opportunity for the Tigers, 2 on with nobody out. They don't bunt. Instead, Santiago fouls it off to the right, strike 1. Santiago flared a hit into right field his first time up. It's an obvious bunting situation, but it's also obvious that it takes a pretty good one to get Casey over to third. Maybe Leland is just saying, might as well let him swing.
Yeah, Cardinals are still playing bunt, rolling in at third. Pujols a halfway at first.
And the bunt. Pujols can't make a play, and everybody's safe.
See, that's not Weaver's play. He's supposed to break right toward third base and clear the way for Albert Pujols. But Pujols, in his haste, tries to barehand the ball. Weaver may have been in the way, you don't know. But Weaver should break right to the line, right here, knowing the first baseman is coming in. But Weaver, at least some in the way. Look at Albert Pujols and how far he is. He has an easy play, but Weaver in the way. Pujols trying to barehand the ball. That was botched up by the Cardinals big time.
Now the bases are loaded for Granderson, and this could be a huge inning for the Tigers. Breaking ball for a strike. It's a sacrifice for Santiago. E3, an error on Pujols. And Pujols, even though he tried to barehand it, had plenty of time. Missed it with a bare hand, and then could not recover to get anybody out. Now the 0-1 pitch. With the bases loaded, nobody out, strike 2.
But think about this inning. A hit batsman, a single by Inge, and then a botched bunt play by the Cardinals.
Brad Thompson getting loose for St. Louis in their bullpen, and 0-2 to Granderson. And a strikeout for out number 1. What a huge strikeout for Weaver, getting his 3rd of the night and striking out Granderson, who led the AL in that category this season.
Going to the curveball and a beauty.
Now the infielders back up. Bases loaded, 1 out for Craig Monroe. And another chat between Molina and Weaver. Back in the first inning, Monroe teed off. Weaver dropped down and delivered a breaking ball for a strike on a swing by Craig Monroe.
That's the same pitch that he struck Monroe out with his last time up.
Getting Monroe out in front, and a pop-up to the shortstop Eckstein. Infield fly rule in effect, 2 out. And Weaver is 1 out away from getting out of this mess. Bases loaded, nobody out. Now bases loaded, 2 out, and Placido Polanco will walk to the plate.
Looking for his first hit of the series, 0 for 6 thus far.
And another conversation between the pitcher and catcher. We go back to the injury suffered by Placido Polanco on August 15th at Boston. And the play that he made at Fenway Park. And the Cardinals have worked him inside every chance they've had so far in this World Series. A separated left shoulder. And he missed 5 weeks. Then misses low, ball 1 from Jeff Weaver. To the left side for Exton. Jeff Weaver gets out of a bases loaded, nobody out situation and pumps his fist all the way to the dugout. Still 2-0 after 4. Back after this from your local Fox station.
Each year, 10,000 innocent people are convicted of a crime they didn't commit. 10,000 innocent people locked in jail while the real murders are free to kill again. 10,000 reasons why I will do whatever it takes to prove my client is innocent.
Justice returns following Prison Break at 9, 8 Central tomorrow on Fox.
Cue-sticks used as weapons, a wild billiards brawl caught on tape. What sparked the pool hall violence? Plus, too much beer and fried food in college. Researchers reveal the truth behind the freshman 15 myth. Tonight at 10.
At your Dodge dealer, it's all about the best in American and German engineering and design. And now during the 2006 model year-end clearance, get 0% financing for 60 months on all 2006 Dodge trucks. Get Durango with the best interior room in its class. Or grab 0 for 60 on Dakota. Or Ram 1500 at heavy duty, both best in durability. So hurry into your Dodge dealer today. During the Dodge model year-end clearance, get 0% financing for 60 months on all 2006 Dodge trucks. Hurry, this offer ends soon.
The undeniable power of Panasonic Plasma. Nothing compares to America's best-selling plasma TVs. Panasonic. Ideas for life.
When it comes to cable, it pays to ask questions.
Cable prices? Well, all I can tell you is that over 9 years, cable TV prices went up an average of 86% nationwide.
86%.
Can cable offer one bill for home phone,
Wireless, high-speed internet, and digital TV?
AT&T does. AT&T is a name you can trust. With great prices and reliable phone service, you can depend on the new AT&T.
Every 11 seconds, a customer comes back to the new AT&T after trying someone else.
The new AT&T. Your world. Delivered.
Every drop is important, hence the available 7-speed automatic transmission. See a larger gear ratio spread and intuitive gear selection enhance performance and fuel efficiency. Translation, 25 exhilarating highway miles per gallon. At Mercedes-Benz, it's all about the little things.
See your local authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for a special lease offer through Mercedes-Benz Financial.
As we welcome you back to Detroit, it's the 5th inning now, and the Chevy Silverado winning number is 450-871-47. Get in the game at worldseries.com/Fox Sports for your chance to win the all-new 2007 Chevy Silverado tomorrow night. 5th inning, Edmonds, Wilson, and Yadier Molina. If anybody gets on, the number 9 man in the lineup for the Cardinals, Aaron Miles. 2-0, and it's only 2-0 because of the pitching put on display by Jeff Weaver in the bottom of the 4th. Had bases loaded, nobody out, the top of the order for the Tigers. Got a strikeout, a pop up, a ground out, and got out of it. First pitch, ball 1 to Jim Edmonds, who struck out his first time and now has struck out 17 times in 44 at-bats against Kenny Rogers. 2-0. What's it going to be on 2-0? Edmonds taking, and it's a strike.
Wonder why Jim Edmonds would spot a guy like Kenny Rogers. A fastball strike. This guy is, as we said the first time up, very, very difficult on left-handed batters.
Now it's 2-2.
When you take 2-0, you're in more of a bind, 2-1.
Ball misses outside, full count. On 3-2, Edmonds takes a leadoff walk. That's the second walk handed out by Kenny Rogers. Preston Wilson coming up last half inning. He had this observation about the crowd here in Detroit.
I don't think I've seen this many people with painted cat faces on since, I don't know, Cats in New York. Good gracious.
Some of the fans have gone to great lengths to show their support for their beloved Tigers. And now Preston Wilson hits it off the end of the bat to right center field. Granderson a long run to get it. There is so much room out there, and Granderson covers it brilliantly for the Tigers game after game, and he took an extra base hit away from Preston Wilson.
So much room and so much moisture that once Granderson makes the play, he skids another 8 yards. Watch Curtis make the play like he's on a sled.
And there's some of that emotion from Kenny Rogers. Usually reserved in years past. He even went so far as Yadier Molina digs his way in after he pitched his game against the Yankees in the division series. 7 2/3 innings, no runs, 5 hits, and a 6-0 win. To basically apologize afterward to the Yankees in the press conference, saying, I wasn't trying to show them up. Lord knows I've had a tough time pitching against them in my career. As Ordonez makes the play. And now 2 out in the inning.
Check out the first pitch to Yadier Molina. He's talking to Pudge Rodriguez behind the plate. That's not a good habit to get into.
Pudge answered him.
Yeah.
One on with 2 out, and Aaron Miles steps in. Miles struck out his first time. Just to finish on Kenny Rogers, he said, if it looked like I was showing up the Yankees, I wasn't. I was just trying to pump myself up for that effort, and it worked. He's pitched into the 8th inning in each of his 2 previous starts this postseason. When you do that, you have the short relief that the Tigers can bring out of their bullpen. You have to like your chances. Miles went. Strike 1.
Miles trying to hold up, but his body carried his hands through.
Fielded by Rogers. He caught it on a line, and the inning is over. Halfway through game number 2, Rogers and the Tigers and their fans pumped up. They lead it 2-0.
I got my whole life in this thing. Check out this new song I'm mixing. Still rough. All artists say that. Got the new Rockaware campaign. Shot it in Aspen. Think it's kind of cool. Love playing chess online. Hold on. This game is over. I wonder if he knows. Vacation photos you won't see in the tabloids. New Frank Gehry plans for my team in Brooklyn. See that? Cool. Just start organizing my world tour. Trying to be a rock star and a role model. Gotta track all my investments because I'm retired, right? My passport says Sean, but you may know me by another name. Holla.
HP Pavilion Notebooks from $759.99 with Intel Centrino Duo mobile technology after instant savings.
Woo! This group, come on! Woo!
It's not easy going it alone. That's why we're making it easier than ever to get a State Farm agent for car insurance. Call an agent's office 24/7. Stop by or go to statefarm.com to get an agent who's there for you. Online, on the phone, or in the office. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
My name is Borat. This is my country of Kazakhstan.
On November 3rd,
I go to America!
his bags are packed.
Careful, he bites.
His hotels are booked.
Oh, very nice. Not in the room yet, sir. Hold on. I want to move to a smaller room. This is the elevator.
And America has no idea what it's in for.
We support your war of terror.
Borat, rated R, November 3rd, only in theaters.
Now Chevy's backed by the GM 100,000-mile warranty. It's a whole new level of confidence.
You're gonna get what you need.
With courtesy transportation and roadside assistance, it's the best coverage in America. Chevy, an American revolution.
The World Series on Fox, sponsored by Chevy, baseball's #1 fan. Chevy, an American revolution. Bottom of the 5th inning, and the two starting pitchers have their good stuff here tonight. Weaver gave up 2 runs in the first, RBIs by Monroe on a home run, Guillen on a double. But then Weaver pitched his way out of a very tight spot with the bases loaded, nobody out, at the top of the order up. We talked to Jim Leland about that situation and a couple of other items during the last break, and we'll play that for you here in the bottom of the 5th. Guillen and Rodriguez will follow. Ordonez 2 for 2, and he is ahead on the count here, 2-0.
Well, what happened was Weaver pitched himself out of the bases loaded, nobody out situation, and then Kenny Rogers came back out and shut down the Cardinals.
3-0. Weaver does not get the call.
So Rogers did not allow that momentum to carry forward when the Cardinals were at bat. Yeah, that ball was too low.
Ordonez could swing from his heels on 3-0. Instead, he takes. It's 3-1. Maglio, 24 home runs during the regular season, 3 so far during the postseason. Trying to launch, and he fouls it out of play. Full count. Ordonez is now 12 out of 35 in his career against Weaver, and came into tonight's game a career .353 hitter in 15 games against the Cardinals. The cleanup man for Detroit. Full count. Foul ball. Or sticking your hand up to catch a foul ball like that on a night like this.
Courageous.
Courageous, and you could think of some other words. Would be a regretful move after the fact. 3-2. Hard hit in the hole. Eckstein gets up and throws for the out. Bad shoulder and all. David Eckstein comes up with a gem here in the 5th inning.
He has a sprained left shoulder, and it can't feel too well right now. Watch this play. Hit hard. Well done by the Cardinal shortstop.
And he got Ordonez by half a step. Leadoff man is gone. Guillen now. Weaver had a 3-0 count on Ordonez, came back and got him with help. And now Guillen, who is 5 out of 14 in his career against Weaver, adds to that. Down the right field line into the corner, and Encarnacion will dig it out. Guillen is thinking about 3, and Encarnacion gets it to Miles. Miles to third, too late. A 1-out triple.
Encarnacion taking a route, thinking that that ball would hit the fence and bounce back. But the ball hugs the fence right in this area right there. Ordonez taking the wrong route. Guillen picked up on that and knew he was going to go for a triple after he saw that ball roll in the corner.
So a 1-out triple, and Ivan Rodriguez with Encarnacion out there talking to himself in right field. He has not had good jumps on balls so far in this series in this park. A couple of balls that have fallen in front of him, and that one having to go back toward the corner. Ian read it all the way, and after watching how Encarnacion went after it, turned it on and made it to third. Now Rodriguez with the infield in. Strike one, good pitch.
Slider to start off Rodriguez.
Another golden opportunity for the Tigers. After missing a big chance in the 4th inning, they have one here in the 5th. Perfect pitch over the outside corner as Weaver drops down. It's 0-2.
Rodriguez took the first pitch and didn't argue. He thinks this is outside and maybe low. Boy, that's a tough slider right there. Weaver dropping down. You can see the rotation and the spin of that ball. 2 nasty pitches to Rodriguez. Going to go farther outside.
Molina was headed over to the Cardinal dugout to set up for that pitch. Runner at third, 1 out, 1 ball, 2 strikes on Rodriguez. 0 for his last 17. He doesn't care about a hit right now. He just wants to get the runner in from third. 2-2. 2-2 pitch. 2 out, and Jeff Weaver has done his best pitching the last 2 innings when he's been in the most trouble. 4 strikeouts now for the Cardinal right-hander.
Talk about a steady diet of sliders. 5 straight sliders low and away to get Rodriguez. Weaver threading the needle.
Well, now Casey, who was hit by a pitch his last time up. Fly to center his first time up. Part of our discussion with Jim Leland, and we may or may not have time to get it to you here in the 5th. If we don't, we'll give it to you in the top of the 6th. It's about the missed opportunity back in the 4th, and they are letting another one slip away here in the 5th if Casey can't deliver. Casey does that little stretch, bending over and trying to loosen his legs after every swing. It's not just after he developed a bad calf.
Almost like a quarterback.
The 0-1. Ripped into right field, a base hit. Casey delivers with 2 out. And it's 3-0 Detroit here in the 5th inning.
Well, that was a real hanging breaking ball right there. Weaver going to the curveball. Right up in the zone. Not every pitch that's hit hard is a hanger, but that one was.
So Casey picks 2-out runner at third to come up with his first World Series hit. And now Brandon Inge, who's 2 for 2, takes a strike. Runner at first, 2 out, strike 2. St. Louis in the 6th inning will have the top of the lineup. Eckstein, Spezio, and Pujols. If anybody gets on rolling against Kenny Rogers, who has been dominant tonight, he's allowed only 1 St. Louis hit. One ball, 2 strikes on Inge. Tyler Johnson, a lefty, getting loose. And the inning is over. Weaver comes up with his 5th strikeout. And with the top of the order coming up in the 6th inning. We go there in game 2. Detroit now up 3-0.
This is our country.
This is our country.
This is our truck. The all-new Chevy Silverado.
Excuse me. So what exactly are you guys?
Sneakers, baby. Vintage 1985 high tops, limited edition. Old school.
Wow, you guys sound pretty cool.
You know how I roll.
So how's the postal carrier going to handle all you guys?
It's all good. The lady drives a big truck.
Wow.
With lots of room in the truck, the post office comes to you with free package pickup.
Some people say that dreams are like delicate little flowers. Wrong. Dreams are powerful. Dreams are what make you say, when I'm 64, I want to start a new business. I want to make my own movie. But powerful dreams need more than just a little weekend gardening.
Start with your dreams and your Ameriprise financial advisor through a unique approach to financial planning called Dream Plan Track. We'll work with you to help make your dreams realities.
Flower power was then. Your dreams are now.
There's a party over here, so you might as well be here with the people care. Don't hold back the world.
The World Series on Fox, sponsored by Budweiser Select. Brewed longer for a bold taste that finishes clean. Expect everything. Game 2 is now in the 6th inning. Weaver has allowed 3 runs on 9 hits. Kenny Rogers has allowed no runs on 1 hit. That hit belongs to Rolen, who's due up 4th in the 6th inning. Eckstein 0 for 2. And now 0 for 3. Kenny Rogers is pitching a dandy here tonight. You said last night you pitched well, you get your own video. Killers provide the music, and Rogers has provided the outs for Detroit. 20 1/3 scoreless innings. And he's starting to make his way up the chain. Now, when you get into some of the earlier years, you're obviously talking about just World Series play. Rogers doing it within this postseason, which in some ways makes it all the more remarkable, considering coming into this postseason he was 0-3 in his lifetime with an ERA of 8.85.
Yeah, giving up 20 earned runs in 20 1/3 innings. And it looks like Tony La Russa will go to the bullpen.
That should tell you all you need to know about the pitching of Rogers. Spezio tries to bunt his way on. Spezio in his career is 15-40. Let's go to our talk that we had last inning during the break with Jim Leyland. Well, first things first, Jim, let's talk about the pitching of Kenny Rogers. He is doing tonight what he did against the A's, what he did against the Yankees. He looks like he's got his good stuff again.
Yeah, he's pitched pretty well so far, and he's mixed his pitches real good. And, he's got a good feel for how to do it, Joe.
Jimmy, are you aware that in our first inning, our cameras picked up a substance on the bottom of, or the base of the left thumb of Kenny Rogers, and next time he went out on the mound, it wasn't there anymore. Has there anything been made to your dugout about that situation?
Well, I think Tony went out and said that a couple of Cardinal hitters complained that they thought the ball was doing some funny things. So Tony evidently approached the umpire about it, but I didn't know anything about it. And I asked the umpire what it was about. And, evidently Tony had brought it to their attention, but I obviously there must not have been anything.
Okay, let's move on and talk about your offense. You guys just missed a golden chance in that fourth inning with the bases loaded, nobody out. Weaver made some nasty pitches against the top of your lineup.
Yeah, he did, and that's those are the things that always worry about. You hope they don't come back to haunt you. So hopefully Kenny continue to shut them down, Joe, because those are things that once in a while obviously they can come back to haunt you.
All right, Jim, thanks for your time.
Sure.
That was our talk before the bottom of the fifth inning when Sean Casey did come through with the runner at third and 2 out. The RBI base hit to right as the count evens on Spezio 2-2. Casey made it 3-0, and with that score behind these numbers and the turnaround for Kenny Rogers in his career during postseason play. One out, nobody on. 2-2 to Spezio is over but low, full count.
Full, he asked. Umpire responded yes. He will try to make Spezio put the ball in play somewhere with Pujols on deck.
Kenny Rogers, who is known more for struggling in the postseason, especially in his time with the Yankees, is quickly becoming known in this 06 postseason as untouchable. First year with the Tigers, and he issues a walk, and Rogers, his reaction after that walk lets you know what he thinks about it. It's his third of the night, and it brings Pujols to the plate.
Well, whenever you walk anybody, you could see Rogers spinning around on the mound. Another look. You got Pujols coming up, and to walk the guy in front of him, bad news.
Pujols walked and then tapped back to Rogers to start the fourth. Ball one. Pujols with 13 career postseason home runs. 3 this postseason. Homered last night. 2-0. Zumaya, a hard-throwing right-hander getting loose. And a line drive in a left field, well hit, but Monroe is there. 2 out. Pujols could not have hit it any harder, but got no lift. And he's out number 2 here in the 6th.
No air underneath this line drive, hit very, very hard, but Monroe was there.
Reaction from Rogers, getting Pujols and now dealing with Roland.
Not ideal, but he'll take it.
Guarantee you when he let that pitch go and he saw that swing and the contact by Pujols, he had to think there was a chance that ball would shoot out of here, but it got out to the track. Monroe made the catch for the 2nd out. Roland 1 for 2 tonight. 1-1 count. Only 74 pitches for Rogers. And only 1 hit allowed. Roland has it. Now he's in the hole 1-2.
Of the 75 pitches thrown tonight by Kenny Rogers, only a handful, a meager handful, in the middle of the plate.
Our HP player personality, Kenny Rogers. No relation to Kenny Rogers. Childhood idol, Sandy Koufax. The music from Starsky and Hutch. His favorite TV show. His family business, strawberry farming. HP, the computer is personal again. Kenny's ready with a 1-2 for Roland. Fastball straightens him up, 2-2. Rogers just reared back and blew it by Roland's bat. 3-0 Tigers.
Ergonomic desk chairs? I watch their backs. $650. Office pet? / watchdog. $100. Laptops instead of desktops? Big ideas don't only come between 9 and 5. $999 each. Running your business your way. No questions asked. Nice. Priceless. Use your MasterCard business card for a chance to win $50,000 for your business.
Risks can change quickly. Make sure your insurance stays in sync. Travelers.
Whatever it is, you can get it on eBay.
Get a Volkswagen and receive a custom First Act guitar. Plug into the stereo and rock just like Slash. If you're Slash.
Sports are great for a kid's body. Steroids aren't. They can ruin tendons in legs and arms. Steroids can stunt bone growth and increase the chances of liver cancer, heart attack, and stroke. Steroids don't make great athletes. They destroy them. Talk to your kids. Need help? Get help. Visit drugfree.org.
Tomorrow night on Fox, Prison Break returns, all new at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, followed by the thrilling new drama Justice on its new night at 9 Eastern, 8 Central. It all starts tomorrow night on Fox. Viewer discretion is advised. And Robert Knepper is here at the game tonight. One of the cast members on Prison Break. And he's seeing a good game. He's watching along with the rest of you. Kenny Rogers work a one-hit shutout as Tyler Johnson takes over, with Santiago, the number 9 hitter, leading it off. And Johnson evens the count at 1-1. Tyler Johnson, one of the young guys who has stepped up out of the bullpen for Tony La Russa, along with guys like Kenny, Wainwright, even Randy Flores, whose experience is limited. All have combined to give the Cardinals some big late inning outs in October. Santiago with a hit and a bunt, and there's Josh Kinney getting loose. 2-1 pitch.
Tyler Johnson may be the only person in Michigan right now who is not wearing a long sleeve shirt, but particularly in this ballpark. The guy after your heart, pitchers baby their arms to the degree where.
Nasty breaking ball for strike 3.
Where you don't think they ever have that arm when it's not covered. Tyler Johnson here with 33-degree wind chill factor with no long sleeve shirt on.
And then there's the rest of us.
Yeah, right.
Bundled up like we're ready to go ice fishing. Wind has died down a little. Said there was a chance of snow showers as we made our way through this game, but while we had a little mist falling earlier, it has stopped for the moment. 1-0 pitch now to Granderson, who is 0 for 3. 1 ball, 1 strike. Monroe on deck, the right-handed hitting slugger who's homered for the 2nd straight game. And that's why Kinney is getting loose for the Cardinals in their pen. Another good breaking ball from Tyler Johnson. It's 1-2.
A lot of pitchers throw late breaking balls, but not Tyler Johnson. Seems like the slider starts from his hand. But very unusual, that sweeping slider variety.
Broken bat, Pujols to the bag. 2 out. And that's going to be it for Tyler Johnson. He came in, got his 2. Tony La Russa pops out of the dugout and quickly will walk out and grab the ball from Johnson. Here comes Kinney. Here comes Monroe for the Tigers in the 6th as they lead 3-0.
Hey, what's up?
It's D-Wade.
I can use some help. Yes, it is.
My dream is to leave the world a better place than I found it.
Yo! Hey, Coach.
The new 2007 Lincoln Navigator, with enough room for a basketball team. Life's calling. Where to next?
Oh, look at these. Those are our latest Motorola phones. The Q has easy access to email. The Razr and the Crazer both have exclusive VCast music, and they're navigation ready. Nice. And of course, they all come with the network. Can I get a bag for them?
Now you can get our sleekest Motorola phones on America's most reliable wireless network, Verizon Wireless. Right now, get a great deal on Motorola phones, like this fully loaded Razr for just $49.99. Verizon Wireless, it's the network.
Shall we raise our shields, Captain?
At ease, Mr. Chekhov. Again with the shields. I wish he'd just relax and enjoy the amazing picture clarity of the DirecTV HD we just hooked up. With what Starfleet just ponied up for this big screen TV, settling for cable would be illogical. What? I can't use that line?
For picture quality that beats cable, you've got to get DirecTV.
For each of us, there's a moment of discovery. We understand that all of life is elemental. And as we marvel at element bonding with element, we soon realize that when you add the human element to the equation, everything changes. Suddenly, all of chemistry illuminates humanity, and all of humanity illuminates chemistry. The human element. Nothing is more fundamental, nothing more elemental.
This November, the biggest events are on The Simpsons. First, a new Treehouse of Horror. Then, Kiefer Sutherland guest stars. And for the first time, get a sneak peek at The Simpsons movie. All new giant episodes return Sunday, November 5th on Fox.
Welcome back, Boys and Girls Clubs of America is the official charity of Major League Baseball. Together, they create a positive place for kids. 2 out, nobody on, and a pitching change brings Josh Kinney into the game. They're the numbers for the regular season. In the postseason, down at the bottom, 5+ innings, no earned runs allowed. And he features that very good breaking ball, 2 versions of it, and he misses inside to Monroe. Ball 1. Monroe is homered, struck out, popped up. Part of those 3 big outs that Weaver got with the bases loaded, nobody out in the 4th inning. Weaver almost got out of the 5th after the 1-out triple by Guillen, but he ended up giving up the 2-out RBI hit to Casey. Weaver went 5, allowed 3 runs on 9 hits. So far, Rogers has gone 6, allowing no runs on 1 hit. With 2 out, it's 3-0 with Polanco on deck.
I think Molina going out and talking to Kinney that every breaking ball that he threw, he was under the pitch. And the one thing that a catcher can remind a pitcher, you don't know anything about the mechanics of throwing a breaking ball because you're a catcher, you're not a pitcher. But you can tell him to stay on top of the ball. What catchers are, they're experts at results of pitches, not on how to throw them. But clearly, Kinney under the breaking ball, those 3 sliders to Monroe.
And now 3-1. Monroe went after the 3-0 delivery, fouled it away. Cardinals up 1 game to nothing. The Tigers lead game 2, 3-0.
Of course, that last pitch, a fastball challenging Monroe, and he was given the green light by Jim Leland.
Now Monroe takes a walk. .10:30 in the East. Our Nissan game summary. Monroe went off in the 1st inning with a home run. First run of the night. And Kenny Rogers has taken care of the rest. He has pitched as well as anybody could. The only hit by Scott Rowland back in the 1st inning. Otherwise, he has shut down the Cardinals completely. 3 walks. That's it. Pujols is 0 for 2. A ball inside. The other RBIs for the Tigers belong to Guillen and Casey. Kenny Rogers doing to the Cardinals what he has done this postseason to the Yankees and the A's. 1-0 pitch to Polanco. Hits him.
Kenny is all over the place tonight. Now Dave Duncan shrewdly going out to try to talk to him. This ball hitting Polanco in the back, and that'll bring up the dangerous Maglio Ordonez. Certainly understand it. Josh Kinney, his first time in the World Series, appears to be very, very nervous.
World Series Game 3 on Tuesday night, 8 Eastern, 7 Central, 5 Pacific from St. Louis. It will be Chris Carpenter on the mound at Busch Stadium against Nate Robertson. And then Jeff Suppan, who was the NLCS Most Valuable Player in Game 4, against Jeremy Bonderman. Picture for that kid on his phone of Maglio Ordonez, who will come to the plate with 2 on and 2 out. Lengthy visit by Dave Duncan to the 27-year-old rookie Josh Kinney. And it's 2 on with 2 out, 3-0, and Kinney trying to keep it that way. Ball into left center field, and Edmonds or Wilson. It'll be Preston Wilson in left center to end the frame. The Tigers have left 10. They lead 3-0 into the 7th. Back after this from your local Fox station.
Once again, Fox is pushing television's limits, only this time, people are getting rich off of it. Get ready for the Rich List, the only show with no limit to how rich you can get.
We don't stop at $1 million or $2 million or even $10 million.
The most addictive game show since Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? The Rich List premieres Wednesday, November 1st on Fox.
A dark road proves deadly to an LAPD officer who was accidentally struck and killed during a traffic stop. Plus, a painful victory for Chicago's marathon winner. What caused him to fall just before the finish line? Tonight on the Fox 11 10 o'clock news.
Nissan took 20 years of adventure, journeys, and concrete jungles, then built the next Nissan Pathfinder with a 270 horsepower V6, seating for 7, and independent rear suspension. The Nissan Pathfinder, only $269 a month at your Nissan dealer now. Road trip, anyone?
Why do you drink Arrowhead Mountain Spring water?
It tastes awesome!
Because it's good for my body.
Because my mom always gave it to me. I want something natural.
In a chaotic world, everyone wants something natural. Because sometimes, all it takes is a little bit of natural to reboot and recharge. Reboot yourself naturally with Arrowhead Mountain Spring water. Go to rebootnaturally.com to find out how.
The undeniable power of Panasonic Plasma. Nothing compares to America's best-selling plasma TVs. Panasonic, ideas for life.
This is the all-new CR-V, redesigned with a whole new viewpoint on styling and engineering. The Ridgeline, the first truck with a lockable in-bed trunk and a 5-star crash test safety rating. The Pilot, the most fuel-efficient 8-passenger SUV on the road. And the Element, as versatile as the day is long. Honda Trucks, adding innovation to every adventure.
Lease a Honda Ridgeline for $299 a month for well-qualified customers.
We go to the 7th inning, and Kenny Rogers trying to continue what he's done through the first 6. 1 hit. And then Encarnacion is first up. Encarnacion 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs, and has not looked good swinging the bat. The NLCS or so far in the World Series. Edmonds and then Preston Wilson, the next two for the Cardinals. And a strike from Kenny Rogers. Joel Zumaya still warming. He was warming last inning when Rogers pitched around a one-out walk to Spezio. Oh, 2.
Of all the Cardinal hitters, Juan Encarnacion has had the toughest time reading Kenny Rogers. I'm not sure if he's swung on a strike all night. Ball diving away from Juan.
Ball 1. Top of the 7th inning, and Encarnacion stays alive. He has appeared off balance with every swing he's taken.
Yeah. Grounding out once back to Rogers and once off the end of the bat. It appears that Encarnacion is swinging and he's surprised with the swing. You can make outs, but you can't be surprised with what Rogers is trying to do. Inside.
And a grounder foul. Kenny Rogers, the 41-year-old from Southlake, Texas. So far this season, including the postseason, 9-3 with a 2.85 ERA here at home. Down and away. Encarnacion checked his swing. He came up with Texas. Rogers was with Texas through 95. Then the Yankees 96, 97. Oakland 98, 99. Traded to the Mets. Back to Texas 2000 to 2002, to Minnesota for a year in 03. Back to Texas for 04 and 05. And now this, the first of a 2-year deal with the Detroit Tigers. All that bouncing around, and yet all of these outs that he's putting together in this postseason where nobody has been able to score against him. The Yankee lineup, the A's lineup, the Cardinal lineup has put together 1 hit. '84th pitch of the night is the 5th strikeout of the night for Kenny Rogers, and let's go to another Kenny Rosenthal.
Things we've seen tonight is how Kenny Rogers helps himself with his fielding. Tigers pitcher Nate Robertson recalls a day in spring training when the team's workout was over. The pitchers were walking off the field thinking they had completed a hard day of work. Then they spotted Kenny Rogers on the field by himself, practicing his fielding, diving after grounders, laying it all out in the hot sun. The other pitchers were embarrassed that a 41-year-old was working harder than they were, and they joined Rogers on the field. That's the kind of impact Kenny Rogers has had on his staff beyond his performance. Guys?
All right, Ken, thank you. Ken from FoxSports.com has joined us throughout the postseason and during Fox Saturday Baseball this year. Chris Myers down there roaming around with him. And Jim Edmonds with 1 out, nobody on, 0 for 1 with a strikeout tonight. Comes an 0-1 pitch. 0-2. 92 from Kenny Rogers.
Yeah, that is a bit surprising. But being the type of pitcher he is, he has a good finish. He's facing home plate. That's why he's such a good fielder. Power pitchers have a very difficult time. Most of power pitchers, because of what they generate, fall off to the side. They don't finish in proper position, but Rogers does.
Rogers bouncing around out there on the mound after just about every pitch. Randy Flores getting loose as we play here in the top of the 7th. Rogers constantly checking with the home plate umpire, Alfonso Marquez, to verify the count. Two and two. Again, Rogers didn't used to show all this on the mound. His postseason, he has let it loose. Yelling at himself, screaming after strikeouts, snapping at the ball when he gets it back from Rodriguez. Trying to pump himself up. 2-2 pitch is popped into center. Easy for Granderson. 2 out. This is just from this inning, the reactions from Kenny Rogers. Encouragement for his catcher, Pudge Rodriguez, and that's after that last out. Jim Leland had an interesting take on that prior to tonight's game as Preston Wilson swings through it. He said some guys you might not want to see all that from it. He compared Rogers to last night's starter Verlander. He said Verlander is just throwing right now. He's a young kid learning how to pitch. So you don't want him to have all that emotion and just try and throw the ball through a wall. But for Kenny Rogers, who is a pitcher and a guy who's seen it all in his years in the big leagues, he kind of likes to see Kenny Rogers out there fiery and getting the ball back and muttering to himself.
Well, he's seeing it for the 3rd time in the postseason. So is Dave Dombrowski, the general manager of the Tigers.
Two and one on Wilson. Two out, nobody on, top of the 7th. A squirter to the shortstop. Santiago bobbles it, throws for the out. And Rogers is through 7 shutout innings in 22 shutout innings in the postseason. He'll take a seat in the dugout. We go to the 7th inning stretch and we rejoin public address announcer Bob Vergils.
To honor America with the singing of God Bless America, please welcome a former Marine who appeared in the 2nd season of Fox's American Idol and has gone on to become one of country music's brightest young stars. One of Michigan's own, Josh Grayson.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
All right, fans, please remain standing. It's time to stretch out. Let's all sing together.
Everybody ready for this tournament?
That's not good. I'm State Farm agent Al Sicard, and this is a true story.
They took everything, even the kids' uniforms.
Coach had to stay with the truck.
Al took them over to the mall. He got them new uniforms.
He got them to the game just in time.
But our coach didn't make it. So I grabbed the clipboard, and I coached.
And they ended up winning the whole thing.
He got them to play zone. I can't get them to play zone.
Great service and great rates. It's all here. Nobody takes care of you like State Farm. Call an agent today.
Like a good neighbor.
State Farm is there!
Man, this thing is smunchy. Smunchy? Soft, melty, crunchy. It's smunchy.
I'm thinking Graffelti. Crunchy, soft, melty.
No, it's more about crunchy, chewy, cheesy. How about
Crunchy wheezy.
I love you?
Awkward.
I love you.
Taco Bell's Cheesy Gordita Crunch. Warm flatbread covered in 3 melted cheeses, wrapped around a crunchy taco and topped with a zesty pepper jack sauce. For a textural taste sensation, think outside the bun.
So we had this sudden panic. We've got investments all over. You name it, we've invested in it. What does it all add up to? I mean, realizing after 25 years that you don't even know what your investment picture actually looks like. That's a midlife crisis.
The World Series on Fox is sponsored by HP. The computer is personal again. By Nissan, who invites you to shift the way you move through the world. And by Pepsi, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball. So far, any heavy rain or snow has stayed away, and Randy Flores takes over, bottom of the 7th inning, and it will be Guillen, Rodriguez, and Casey against the 4th pitcher of the night for St. Louis. Weaver, 5 innings, 3 runs, 9 hits. Tyler Johnson, 2/3, was perfect with a strikeout. Kinney got through a 1/3. And now Flores, Guillen has had another big night. An RBI double, a triple, a run scored, and a walk. And he adds a single to it. Needing a home run to hit for the cycle, Guillen is on, hammering the first pitch back up the middle.
Well, this has been a very impressive night for Carlos Guillen. Once again, Jim Leland calls him the smartest player on his club. Boy, this guy could play. On base 4 times tonight, single, triple, double. From the left side, he doubled the left center. He also tripled down the right field line, and from the right side, hits a single up the middle.
Part of that Venezuelan connection for the White Sox, and they are paying attention to this World Series in Venezuela with Carlos Guillen, Maglio Ordonez, Alfredo Ledesma, and Omar Infante, all from Venezuela.
On the heels of Ozzie Guillen's World Championship last year.
Rodriguez slashes at it, fouls it, strike 1.
Ozzie Guillen, the manager of the Chicago White Sox, and from Venezuela, even though he lives in the United States now, and is a citizen. Became a citizen during last year's World Series.
Rodriguez tonight is 0 for 3, has struck out, grounded out, and bounced into a fielder's choice. To third, to second, Miles in the middle, nicely turned, double play, 5-4-3. And Pudge Rodriguez is 0 for his last 19 in the postseason.
And no other player on the field can take satisfaction with something like that when you're catching a shutout like a catcher. 0 for his last 19, 0 for 4 tonight. But catching a shutout and catching a remarkable performance by Kenny Rogers. Good hard slide by Guillen. Miles upended, but completes a double play.
So with 2 out, nobody on, Sean Casey steps in. A big hit his last time. 2 out RBI single to right to avoid letting a triple by Guillen go to waste. Too far inside, ball 1. St. Louis in the 8th inning will have Molina, Miles, and Eckstein. The 8, 9, and 1 hitters. At the moment, the Tiger bullpen is quiet. Casey gets one in on him again. It's 2-0. In for a strike, 2-1. Brad Thompson is getting loose for St. Louis. That's a strike that just caught the edge of the strike zone, according to Marquez. Casey thought it was down and away, and it looked to be. The count's 2-2. Molina did a good job of pulling that back, and the look on the face of Sean Casey at Marquez tells you what he thought of the pitch. 2-2 now.
Well, when Sean Casey played for the Cincinnati Reds, his nickname was the Mayor, and the Mayor was very diplomatic in looking back at Marquez. He knew that ball was outside and low, but he just gave him a glance, didn't say anything. It's what mayors do.
The diplomatic ones.
Yes.
The 2-2 skips in. Full count with Inge next. Flores, a guy who could be overlooked for his contribution in Game 7 of the NLCS. But he did the job in the 8th inning, getting 3 outs, 2 strikeouts to set up Molina's game-winning home run in the 9th. And Wainwright's save. Casey, another foul. This is one of the prettier, more fun ballparks to visit across the major leagues here in Detroit. And on Tuesday night, Busch Stadium will host a World Series game in its first year. It's a third version of Busch Stadium. It'll be the first time since 1970 at Cincinnati's Riverfront Stadium that a ballpark in its first year will host a World Series game. 3-2 pitch is fouled away. Three balls, 2 strikes with 2 out, nobody on. Casey into center. Edmonds broke back, comes in and makes the play to end the inning. Scoreless frame put up by Flores, and we go into the 8th inning. Bottom part of the order coming up for the Cardinals, down 3.
Excuse me. So what exactly are you guys?
Sneakers, baby. Vintage 1985 high tops, limited edition. Old school.
Wow, you guys sound pretty cool.
You know how I roll.
So how's the postal carrier gonna handle all you guys?
It's all good. The lady drives a big truck.
Wow.
With lots of room in the truck, the post office comes to you with free package pickup. First base, $58. Second base, 630 pesos. Third base, 300,000 yen. Home, priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Fan of the game, wherever there's a game.
It's our last shot. And I guess this is where we part ways.
I don't own the clothes I'm wearing, and the road goes on forever. And I've got one more silver dollar, but I'm not gonna let them catch me, no. Not gonna let them catch the midnight rider.
It was real, Sarah. You and me.
World Series game number 2. It's 3-0 Detroit on top. 8th inning, and Kenny Rogers back to the hill. It'll be Molina, Miles, and Eckstein for the Cardinals, down by 3, up by 1 in this series, 1-0. 4 complete game 1 hitters thrown in World Series play. The last one, Jim Lonborg of the Red Sox, game 2 back in 1967 against the Cardinals. It's over below to Molina, ball 1.
Lonnie had a no-hitter going 7 2/3 innings, and it was broken up with a double by Julian Javier, the only hit that the Cardinals had in that game.
Here's a 1-0. Molina fights it off and dumps it into right field, and the Cardinals have their leadoff man on here in the 8th inning, and you can stop talking about complete game 1 hitters as the Cardinals put their leadoff man on for just the 2nd time tonight.
Good approach by Molina as he signals to right field. We'll see how far Jim Leland will go with Rogers.
He's had Zumaya up twice. There's a strike on the inside corner. And Zumaya's up for the 3rd time now. Had fluid around his right wrist, his pitching wrist. It shut him down for the majority of the ALCS. He's had a long layoff. Leland telling us before the game he is 100% fine, and he's a guy that can get it up there in triple digits. To the left side, in the hole, the shortstop, Santiago, gets the out at 2nd. 1 away. And now back to the top of the St. Louis lineup with Eckstein coming up.
Ball not hit that hard, so Santiago with the 3-run lead taking his time, and Polanco almost acting as a first baseman at second base with the stretch and the out.
Here's Eckstein, hitless tonight, 0 for 8 in the World Series. On the outside corner, strike 1. Cardinals during the regular season were 23-34 against left-handed starters. 5th worst record in the major leagues this season. And Rogers has shut him down tonight. Eckstein to 2nd. Double play ends the top of the 8th. Still 3-0 Tigers.
No one has a more powerful network. We'll continue this later.
Switch to the Sprint network risk-free for 30 days. Sprint. Power up.
Introducing the new 2007 Yukon Denali. The definition of great engineering. And Ferguson on the 17th. Oh, that's trouble.
Papá, ¿y la?
Un poquito más a la derecha.
¡Increíble!
He's looking where that is. There.
Nothing is lost with the full HD 1080p Aquas from the leading innovator of liquid crystal television, Sharp.
IF has always been a part of your working life, but as you plan for retirement, you face a new set of ifs. If I can't count on a big pension, if I want to stay in the house where my kids grew up, if my money has to last and last. MetLife has been protecting retirements for over 100 years. We can ease your transition from work to retirement by helping you create your personal safety net, so you're taken care of. Call on our expertise to get guarantees for the if in life. After all, we're MetLife.
I'm here to talk about the Sprint network. Assisting me is Henry Alshman, attorney. Sprint has the largest voice calling area and the largest mobile broadband network. No one has a more powerful network.
It even protects us from meteors.
Well, that's the word on the street.
Switch to the Sprint network risk-free for 30 days. Sprint. Power up.
The World Series on Fox, sponsored by MasterCard. By Sharp Aquos, nothing is lost. And by GMC, we are professional grade. Kenny Rogers between innings after he got out of the top of the 8th inning. Got around a leadoff hit. It looks like his night is finished after 8, allowing no runs on 2 hits.
Aren't too many pitchers that continue to carry their glove into the clubhouse. He's shaking hands with his glove on.
Breaking ball from Brad Thompson is a strike to Brandon Inge, who's 2 for 3 tonight. That drops into the strike zone. It's 0-2. Thompson is the 5th pitcher of the night for St. Louis. Weaver 5, Tyler Johnson and Kinney through the 6th inning. Then Flores and now Thompson.
Just a staggering performance once again by Kenny Rogers. He now has 23 consecutive scoreless innings. That is just remarkable.
Against the Yankees, the A's, and now the Cardinals. Tigers trying to even this World Series at a game apiece. Inge takes strike 3 over the inside corner, 1 away. St. Louis in the 9th inning against Todd Jones will have Spezio, Pujols, and Rowland. Don't go anywhere because Pujols in his career is 5 for 6 with 3 home runs, including 1 this year against Todd Jones. And no matter how well Todd Jones pitches in the 9th inning, can't improve on what Kenny Rogers did for the first 8. No runs on 2 hits. Breaking ball is in for a strike to Santiago. And now another strike from Thompson.
Well, what that double play by Eckstein did, it guaranteed the Tigers would not have to face Albert Pujols representing the tying run.
Santiago grounds to Aaron Miles. 2 out. This more-to-see moment is presented by Sharp Aquos Liquid Crystal Television. With 1 out in the first, Craig Monroe gets his second of this series and his 5th of the postseason. Tony La Russa is going to go back to his bullpen with 2 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Granderson coming up.
And Ferguson on the 17th. Oh, that's trouble.
Papá, ¿y la?
Un poquito más a la derecha.
¡Increíble!
He's looking where that is. There.
Nothing is lost with the full HD 1080p Aquas from the leading innovator of liquid crystal television, Sharp.
Like me and you, so let the voice of freedom
This is our truck, the all-new Chevy Silverado.
Air freshener, $1.29 on debit MasterCard. Tube sock, $4. Paperclip, ballpoint pen, rubber band, tweezers, nasal spray, and a turkey baster, $14. The little things that get you through the day, priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everyday stuff, there's debit MasterCard.
You know Trick's looking for you, right?
He is?
Hey, buddy.
Shot. You know Trick's looking for you, right?
Yeah, check Yahoo. Got your email.
Hey, buddy.
Looking for these? Butt touchers?
Get email right on your homepage with the new yahoo.com.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
He has now gone 23 consecutive scoreless innings here in the postseason. As Adam Wainwright takes over, 2 out here in the 8th inning. Tony La Russa wanted to get Wainwright's feet wet in this World Series before Game 3 rolls around on Tuesday night in St. Louis. Granderson, a quick 0-2 count. That's high. Wainwright got the save. If you look at where Kenny Rogers ranks now, within a single postseason, the longest scoreless inning streak. Christy Mathewson was on top of that list. I don't think in the early 1900s they had the division series in the LCS, Tim, did they?
Not in 1905, no.
Granderson strikes out on a ball down and in. The inning is over. We go to the 9th inning. Todd Jones will take over, and the Cardinals will have their 2, 3, and 4 batters, Spezio, Pujols, and Rowland. Down 3-0.
You need some help?
Yeah. Could you give me a jump?
Sure.
Let's give it a try. Try giving it some gas. Thanks.
Shall we raise our shields, Captain?
At ease, Mr. Chekhov. Again with the shields. I wish he'd just relax and enjoy the amazing picture clarity of the DirecTV HD we just hooked up. With what Starfleet just ponied up for this big screen TV, settling for cable would be illogical. What? I can't use that line?
For picture quality that beats cable, you've got to get DirecTV.
Introducing Chase Freedom. It feels like no other credit card in the world. And it works like no other card, too. Feel free to choose cash back. And then change to points. And then change again, all with the same card and without losing a thing. That's freedom. Chase Freedom. Get it free at chase.com/freedom.
Don't push me, 'cause I'm close to the edge.
You are a nation of beanie weenie piddly diddly poof.
Happy Feet. Rated PG. In theaters and IMAX November 17th.
Did you get it all?
Yep.
Tommy got your nuggets, Nike on extra crispy. Got jumbo burger with everything there. Here's your tacos. One soft, two hard. Honey got your side salad and a side of fries because I know deep down you really want it. Everybody good?
I want what she's got. About dessert.
Need a value meal that makes everyone happy? Try the new Family Value Meal from Pizza Hut. Start with 2 medium pizzas topped any way you want them. Add breadsticks and cinnamon sticks and a 2-liter of Pepsi, all for $19.99.
More pepperoni, supreme, breadsticks, cinnamon sticks.
You always get more when you go for the good stuff.
After the World Series, House returns at its new time. Awesome. The best show on television just keeps getting better.
You are under arrest.
House returns with all new episodes after the World Series, Tuesday, October 31st on Fox. Viewer discretion advised.
Now Todd Jones will try and end it and close it and save it for Kenny Rogers, who went 8, allowed no runs on 2 hits. 2, 3, and 4 batters for the Cardinals, down 3-0, ball 1. Jones does not have electrifying stuff by his own admission, and a guy who had more saves than strikeouts during the regular season. You can watch baseball like you never have before. Best picture on TV, DirecTV. Here's a 1-0. Spezio lines it into right at Ordonez, 1 out. '28 strikeouts, 37 saves during the regular season. And Jones gets to face Pujols with the bases empty, 1 out, up by 3, and Pujols in his career 5 out of 6 with 3 home runs against Todd Jones. Ball 1. The guy on deck, Rolen, is 4 out of 8 against Jones. One ball, 1 strike. Two and 1.
One of the few times the Detroit Tigers feel comfortable challenging Albert Pujols. 3-run lead in the 9th. You don't want to walk it.
To the left side for Inge. Bobbles, throws, got it. 2 out.
Good hands by Inge to maintain control.
And now with 2 out, Scott Rolen steps in. Strike 1. Drive into right field, a base hit down toward the end of the bat, and this game continues. Rolen 2 for 4 tonight after going 2 out of 4 in game 1.
Yeah, that was a fine approach. Rolen swinging through the 0-1 pitch, and Jones and Rodriguez came back with that 0-2 slider. And Rolen with a good approach, lining it down the right field line.
Now Encarnacion. He's 8 out of 42 in the postseason. Rolen takes second uncontested, and I'm sure they will not give a stolen base. The fielder's indifference, and out to the mound is Rodriguez to talk about the signs now with a runner at second. Officially, it is not a stolen base for Rolen. 2 out in the inning and an 0-1 count on Encarnacion.
And you have the power of Jim Edmonds on deck. He would represent the tying run if he gets up there.
Back to Jones. Can't make the play. Encarnacion is safe, and the tying run will step to the plate for the Cardinals. Jones couldn't make the play. Encarnacion didn't hit it well. But this game continues with Edmonds coming up.
Little short hop, and it's off the leg and glove of Jones. Polanco tries to make the play. Rowland easily goes to third. Now that's all the Cardinals could hope for, is to get the tying run potentially up to the plate here in the 9th inning.
We showed you all those plays that Kenny Rogers made tonight, the Gold Glove award-winning pitcher. It's an error on Todd Jones to keep this game going. And now the Cardinals have the tying run at the plate. And a little flare into left field. That ball is fair. 1 run scores. Encarnacion will hold at third. Into second with a double is Edmonds. And the Cardinals are a hit away from tying this game. A 2-out RBI double by Jim Edmonds, and just like that, the Cardinals are 1 hit away from potentially tying game 2.
Edmonds with a little flare down the left field line. Tigers were actually 1 strike away, and Rowland on the 0-2 count. Flares one to right, the error by Jones, and the flare by Edmonds.
Kenny Rogers had thrown 99 pitches when he left. Preston Wilson will bat. Chris Duncan definitely a possibility off the bench, but it's Wilson, and he's hit by the pitch. That loads him up. So Preston Wilson is hit by the pitch, and Yadier Molina, the number 8 hitter, will step to the plate. And the pitching coach for the Tigers, Chuck Hernandez, comes out to talk with Jones. Tony La Russa, Barry Weinberg out to check on Preston Wilson. And Molina, who has a hit tonight, 1 for 3. 2 out of 7 in this World Series, will be the hitter. You remember the last time Yadier Molina stepped to the plate in the top of the 9th inning on the road in the postseason, what he did. That was Game 7 of the National League Championship Series against Aaron Heilman. And this, combined with the pitching of Adam Wainwright in the bottom of the inning, sent the Cardinals to the World Series. Bases loaded, 2 out. Ball 1.
Todd Jones has not blown a save when he's entered the game with the 3-run lead this year. In danger of that right here.
No pinch hitter for Molina. La Russa stays with his hot catcher, who grounds to short. Santiago flips, and that'll do it. This series is even. It is not always pretty with Todd Jones, as he likes to say, but he got the job done, committed an error. With the bases loaded, this game comes to an end with Molina grounding into the force out at second.
First World Series game won here in Detroit since 1984 when they clinched it against San Diego.
Kenny Rogers, who worked hard for the victory, 8 shutout innings on 2 hits. Gets the win, celebrates in the dugout, and now out on the field. Oh boy, 23 consecutive scoreless innings. This postseason thrown by Kenny Rogers, and our Chevrolet player of the game is without a doubt that man, Kenny Rogers. The Tigers depended on their left-hander tonight. You can log on to worldseries.com/Fox Sports and vote for your most dependable player of the postseason and a chance to win Chevy's most dependable truck, the all-new Silverado. Let's go down to the field and check in with Chris Myers. Chris.
All right, thanks, Joe. 23 consecutive scoreless innings in the postseason, 2-hitter over 8 innings tonight, but a dramatic finish, Kenny. We saw your emotion again in the dugout watching. Tell us what was going through your mind.
It's a great feeling to come out here and do what you're capable of for this team, but I got my dad and my mom here, which couldn't make me happier. Got unbelievable fans for me, and Weaver pitched great, and I'm proud that we won, and I want us to continue on from here. But I'm just really glad my mom and dad were here, and my family's here.
We've talked before about how you've used your emotion, the energy in a positive way, but for a World Series audience, how are you able to keep doing that? And again, you seem rather emotional right now.
Well, this is where it's all, where it's at and what it's all about, being able to come in here and do something like this for everybody here. It's what as a player you want to do, and it's not easy. I've done as bad as you can do on the field, and it's great to have some success, but it's even greater just for the type of guys that I can help do it for.
Physically, obviously not bothered by the cold, the pitches that were working for you, or how you handled that?
Well, the cold makes the balls feel so hard, and there's just no grip. There's not a feel for them. They've wound them tighter over the years, so. But you just try to find out something that'll work, and I was trying to keep changing speeds and keeping the ball down, and Albert, he's so good. I don't think I could throw one even remotely close to the plate and think it's going to come back, but they got a great team, and I'm just happy that I could make some pitches and get us a win here.
Can you clarify what the umpire said to either you or Jim Leland after that first inning about a substance on your hand?
No, he was talking to me about the time in between the games, how much time I had between it, and I told him, I said, I'll try to slow down a little bit, but with it being so cold, you don't want to stand out there too long.
Well, congratulations again. It was impressive.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Kenny Rogers, the streak continues. Let's go over to Ken Rosenthal. Kenny?
Thanks, Chris. We're here with Craig Monroe. Craig, you were clapping for Kenny Rogers when they called his name. What's it like playing behind him right now?
I mean, just to watch Kenny go out and compete the way he has done this postseason. I mean, it's just uplifting me, too, to make you want to go the extra mile. Here's a guy that's, had a rough postseason in the past and has really came out, and in 2006, really been the rock, for this baseball team.
You hit your 5th home run of the postseason tonight. What has been your approach to playing in these pressure games?
You know what? I'm just having fun. Just remember being in the backyard, being a little kid, and you dream of being in the. It's something that you dream about, and now it's coming true, and I'm just trying to have fun and savor all the moments.
You've got Chris Carpenter and Jeff Suppan. The next 2 games are the Cardinals' 2 best pitchers. What do you think this series is going to be like? Will it be a long one?
No, I tell you what, 2 great teams, 2 well-prepared teams. So I can look forward to this thing going a long way. I know we prepared, and I know that team over there is prepared. But at the same time, we have a lot of confidence. We've been in this situation before early on in the Yankee series, and we feel like right now is our time to kind of get the kicks out and start back getting ready to win a World Series.
Craig Monroe, thank you very much. Right, Joe, back to you.
All right, Ken, thank you very much. And our thanks to the work that Ken and Chris did all night long on a chilly night. Temperatures in the 40s, down into the 30s. The rain stayed away. And a final of 3-1 here in Game 2. The series even at a game apiece. Jeannie Zalesko, Eric Burns, and Kevin Kennedy will be along after these words.
Once again, Fox is pushing television's limits, only this time, people are getting rich off of it. Get ready for the Rich List, the only show with no limit to how rich you can get.
The top prize is so big, we don't even have a top prize. This is life-changing money. We don't stop at $1 million or $2 million or even $10 million.
Don't miss the most addictive game show to come out of England since Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
It's time to play The Rich List.
The Rich List premieres Wednesday, November 1st on Fox.
Tuesday, October 31st, the season's most explosive new drama is back. FBI crisis negotiators have a choice.
We are not going to get another chance.
Talk criminals back from the edge or take them down.
You do something like that again, I'm going to come up there and rip your soul.
Nice. Standoff returns at a new time, 8/7 Central. Tuesday, October 31st on Fox.
Tuesday,
Tuesday, October 31st. House returns at its new time, 9/8 Central. Awesome. There's no better character on TV than House, and no better actor than Hugh Laurie.
I'd die for her. Dude, she's in a coma. Who are you trying to impress?
See why critics rave House is TV's best drama.
We can withhold treatment without killing him.
No, you can't. You either help him live or you help him die.
House returns with all new episodes Tuesday, October 31st at 9/8 Central on Fox. Viewer discretion advised.
Cue sticks used as weapons, a wild billiards brawl caught on tape. What sparked the pool hall violence? Plus, a unique protest off the coast of Malibu. The important message surfers and celebrities are sending tonight on the Fox 11 10 o'clock news.
You know you make me wanna shout, kick my heels up and shout, throw my hands up and shout, throw my head back and shout. Come on now, don't forget to say you will. Don't forget to say yeah, 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 yeah. Say you will. Say it right now, baby. Say you will. Come on.
Toyota, moving forward.
Welcome to the Chevy Postgame Show on Fox. Chevy Baseball's #1 fan, an American revolution. Twice this postseason, we have watched Kenny Rogers take the mound and really vindicate himself as a quality postseason starter, really taking it to an all-new level tonight as this series has evened up. But let's focus in on Kenny Rogers. We'll deal with the quality stuff first, Mr. Kennedy.
Well, we talked in the pregame show that once he got the feel of his off-speed stuff in the cold weather, I mean, he's proven already in the postseason that he's had success. And tonight in the first inning right away, I mean, he gets that Spezio. He comes right after him with the fastball. He set that up early, and he had a good changeup, good curve tonight. The usual Kenny Rogers. There's Edmonds in the second. You know, just changing speeds. And the biggest thing about Kenny Rogers is paint. Aaron Miles a couple times, and then, of course, you know, Eric, he can field his position, too, defensively.
Yeah, you know what? For me, this was a must-win game for the Tigers tonight. And to see Kenny Rogers
First
go out
must-win of the World Series. There we go. You're laying it out there.
This was a must-win. They got the Cy Young Award winner and Chris Carpenter going when they get back to St. Louis. But for me, Kenny Rogers, everything came down on him tonight, and he showed up, he performed, he did everything what was expected of him. And I'll tell you what, even before the game, I told you guys, you could put the wife on this, you could put the kids on this, you could even put my house on this. This was without a doubt, this was a Tigers day, and they came through.
All right, so I don't want to be the dark cloud here, but obviously something was going on, whether you want to call it pine tar, whether you want to call it dirt. There was something on the hand there that they told Kenny Rogers, look, let's just keep this clean. Go wash this off. Your gut feeling on this, gentlemen?
My gut feeling is the umpires handled this perfectly. Alfonso Marquez went behind the plate. He talked to umpire rep Steve Palermo. They talked about it. They told Kenny Rogers, whatever it is, wash it off your hands now. You know what? Whatever it was, dirt or whatever, guess what? After that, he put up about 7 zeros up there, so forget about that. Don't use that as an excuse to try to beat a guy. Nope, nobody did on the other side.
He may have pitched better after he washed his hands.
I think he did.
Yes?
Without a doubt, though, it obviously wasn't affecting his performance. So once he had it off his hands, it really wasn't making a difference. But I think without a doubt, this might not be the end of this because there definitely something was there.
Well, we want to see you back here. So in case you're not back, Eric Burns, thank you for joining us throughout this postseason. You'll back in the American League City with us if we head back this way. Joe, back up to you.
All right, thank you, Jeannie. There's the final score, 3-1 here in Detroit. And we look ahead, Game 3, Tuesday night from St. Louis. Our coverage begins at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, 5 Pacific. And a matchup of Chris Carpenter for the Cardinals, their ace, against Nate Robertson for the Tigers. Promotional consideration paid for by the following. For more information on tonight's game and the latest in Major League Baseball news, log on to foxsports.com, powered by MSN. This has been a presentation of Fox Sports, your home for the 2006 World Series. The Cardinals won last night. The Tigers evened it up tonight behind their 41-year-old left-hander, Kenny Rogers. What a streak he's on. Off to St. Louis we go. From all of us until Tuesday night in St. Louis, so long.
You've been watching Fox Sports, broadcasting in HD and presented by DirecTV.
This has been a presentation of Fox Sports, home to Major League Baseball.
the National Football League, NASCAR, and the new home of the BCS. America's #1 sports network, Fox Sports.
In Jeep dealer, it's all about the best in American and German engineering and design. And now, during the 2006 model year-end clearance, get 0% financing for 60 months on 2006 Chrysler Pacifica or Town & Country, the highest-ranked van in initial quality according to J.D. Power & Associates. Or get 0 for 60 on the entire 2006 Jeep lineup. Hurry into your Chrysler and Jeep dealer today. During the 2006 model year-end clearance, get 0% financing for 60 months on some of our best vehicles. Hurry, this offer ends soon.
Governor Schwarzenegger is moving California forward, building schools, strengthening our infrastructure, 600,000 new jobs. Phil Angelides? He says he's committed to health care, but his position on universal coverage changed 3 times in just 1 month. Angelides says he's an environmentalist, but he's the only candidate cited by the EPA for destroying wetlands. We know a leader when we see one.
Why do you drink Arrowhead Mountain Spring water?
It tastes awesome!
Because it's good for my body.
Because my mom always gave it to me. I want something natural.
In a chaotic world, everyone wants something natural. Because sometimes, all it takes is a little bit of natural to reboot and recharge. Reboot yourself naturally with Arrowhead Mountain Spring water. Go to rebootnaturally.com to find out how.
A special edition Nissan Altima doesn't come around very often, but it's here right now with 14 head-turning features. With Nissan Cash Back and Package Savings, save $29.50 at your Nissan dealer now. The Nissan Altima Special Edition Package. Come on in and take one for a spin.
Tomorrow, Prison Break begins a new chapter.
I want the money. Now!
And justice moves to its new night.
Tomorrow at 8 on Fox 11.
No pinch hitter for Molina. Arusa stays with his hot catcher, who grounds to short. Santiago flips, and that'll do it. This series is even.
Detroit takes Game 2. The 2006 World Series all knotted up at a win apiece.
Fox 11 Extra Innings Postgame Show is brought to you by Chevy Impala. Experience the 2007 Chevy Impala at your local Chevy dealer today.
Welcome to Fox 11 Extra Innings. I'm Rick Garcia. The boys of summer get a blast from Mr. Freeze. Game time temperature for Game 2 of the World Series between St. Louis and Detroit, 40 with a wind chill of 33 in the Motown City. First inning of this game, and Tiger starter Kenny Rogers facing Scott Spiezio. And he gets him looking. Seems like no big deal, but look at the base of Rogers' thumb on his hand, his pitching hand. Looks like a foreign substance. Nothing done for now. Bottom of the first, Craig Monroe lights up card starter Jeff Weaver deep to left and gone. And it's 1-0 in favor of Detroit. Same inning, Carlos Guillen with a runner on first takes this pitch opposite. And this one's going to short hop the wall. Magli Ordonez with a good stride is going to score all the way from first. The Tigers lead 2-0. And they're having fun in Detroit. Second inning. Remember the stain on Rogers' thumb? The umpires finally approached him, made him towel it off. Then fourth inning, Weaver 1 out away from getting out of a bases-loaded jam. Placido Polanco bounces to short. David Eckstein to throw to first, and it stays 2-0 Tigers. Weaver was in trouble again, this time in the fifth inning. Sean Casey at the plate. With Guillen on third, and this hanging curveball gets lined to right. Guillen will score, and it's 3-0 Detroit. Rogers, nothing on the pitching hand, nothing up his sleeves. Just pitching lights-out baseball. He gets Eckstein to ground into a double play to end the eighth. Rogers throws 8 shutout innings for the win. The Tigers take it 3-1, and they even the series at a game apiece. All right, Jim Leyland at the podium, the Tigers manager. Let's listen in.
They made Kenny wash his hands, and he washed his hands and came out the second inning, and he was pretty clean the rest of the way.
Jim, have you got any sense, though, what's on the hand, though? Because it was pretty visible across television. And
Well, I'm not going to speculate because I don't go around and see what people do or don't put on their hand or if they put anything on their hand. So I'm sure Kenny will be in here and, you can speak to him about it. But I'm not going to get involved in that. I know the umpire said that Tony said, hey, I don't want to make any issue here. Just a couple of my players saying that the ball's acting a little funny, and obviously they were a little suspicious. And I think Tony just wanted to make a point to bring it to the umpire's attention.
Here again?
Just to be clear, did they ask him to wash his hands before the second, or when did that happen?
I believe it was second or third. I'm not sure. Whenever Tony had the conversation, they had talked with Kenny. But like I said, I'm not sure of all the details. People were kind of jumping around and what's going on, and I really wasn't, to be honest with you, wasn't paying that much attention to it.
Way in the back center.
Hey, Jim, knowing Tony the way you know him, are you surprised that he would say to the umpires, I don't want to make a big issue out of this?
Well, I don't think, evidently, I don't want to speak for Tony. I don't know. I think that he brought it to their attention, and, evidently, I would have to guess, but I can't answer this for sure because I really wasn't involved in the situation till afterwards. I wondered what was going on. I didn't know exactly what was going on. But I'm assuming that he wasn't sure, or else, I would have to assume that, but I really don't know the answer to that.
Well, the series now shifts to St. Louis for games 3, 4, and 5. Game 3 will be Tuesday night. We'll be on at 4:30 with our coverage. The Tigers are going to go with right-hander Jeremy Bonderman, who is 1-0 with a no decision in postseason. The Cards counter with 2-1 Chris Carpenter. Well, it doesn't look like there's going to be a strike in baseball anytime soon. Today, baseball players and owners have reportedly reached a tentative agreement on a new 5-year labor contract. The current deal had been set to expire December 19th. It's the first time the sides have reached a deal before their current contract expires. And more on Game 2 of the World Series when Fox 11 Extra Innings returns.
It might be about paying less at the pump, or putting less in the air. It might be about driving the car of tomorrow, or giving something back today. Everyone has their reason. Maybe that's why Toyota has more hybrids on the road than anyone else. Hybrid Synergy Drive from Toyota.
Everyone has a past.
Whatever is left of me, I'm yours.
Every legend has its beginning. On November 17th, discover how James...
I knew it was too early to promote you.
...became Bond.
Well, I understand double-O's have a very short life expectancy.
Casino Royale, rated PG-13, in theaters November 17th.
If you're in an accident in California, chances are 1 in 4 the other driver has no insurance. So who pays? The rest of us.
Uninsured drivers cost us $2 billion a year and raise rates by 10%.
As insurance commissioner, I'll push advanced technology to identify uninsured drivers and get them off the roads. Our rates will be lower and our roads will be safer.
Steve Poizner, Insurance Commissioner. The power of new ideas.
Pop quiz. What compact sedan gets up to 34 miles per gallon, has more power and space than Corolla, and starts at just $13,875? Is it A, the Kia Spectra, B, the Kia Spectra, C, the Kia Spectra, or D, all of the above? Correct! You picked the Kia Spectra, and with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, there really is no other choice. Hurry in and get up to $1,400 cash back, including $400 college graduate bonus on the award-winning Kia Spectra.
All that dark blue. We're happy, and they'll be happy right now. The Tiger fans will, as that is a bomb by Monroe. 1-0 Detroit.
Craig Monroe with Game 2's key play, his home run, waking up the Tigers in the first inning. They went on to tie the Fall Classic at 1 win apiece. All right, let's go to Cards manager Tony La Russa. He's at the podium. Let's listen in.
And with what appeared to be, at least on television, a substance on his hand of some sort.
No, it's not important to talk about. I'll clarify how I thought he pitched. I thought he pitched very well. I thought we hit the ball better than 2 hits, but we didn't hit the ball enough to get more than 3 runs, and we should have gotten a little something for the contact we made, but he pitched very well.
Another question for Tony. Right down here in front.
Sorry to harp on the issue, but was that the reason you went out to talk to the umpire?
Like I said, it's not important, so
okay.
I wouldn't discuss it.
And again, in
You know, got pitches like that. We don't, as a team, we don't take things away from anybody.
Hey, Tony, we talked a little in the last series about the trouble the Cards have had against left-handed pitching. Can you talk about whatever theory you have on it, and is it the certain type of left-hander too, where a guy who mixes up pitches and moves balls around like Clavin and Rogers did tonight?
Well, until tonight, the last 2 times that the left-hander started against us, we won the game. We won Glavin's game, we won Perez's game. So the way I see it, we've got the left-hander solved. The pitchers, a good pitcher's a good pitcher. It never made sense all season, our record against left-hander. If a guy pitches well, right or left, then we're going to have trouble like any club would. And Rogers pitched well.
All the way to the back.
Tony, back here. Could you talk about Kenny Rogers? He seems to just get better with age. He's almost 42 years old, and yet he looked like he was 25 out there.
Well, I mean, I gave him the credit that I think he deserves. I think it's, when Jim gets up here, he'll enjoy talking about Rogers more than I will.
The dream for most major leaguers to reach the World Series starts at a very young age. Rory Marcus with some hopeful kids tonight. He joins us with more. Rory?
All right, Rick, all of those great players started somewhere, most of them in Little League. So we went out today to watch some 13 and 14-year-olds play a championship game of their own in Palmdale. Dig! Hard! Get there! It may be a long way from Comerica Park or Busch Stadium, but it's baseball. It's the Fall Classic of the Palmdale Pony League. A beautiful day at the ballpark to be a player or a parent. Is your son playing today?
Yeah, he just hit the home run.
Oh, that was your son that hit the home run.
That's right.
Well, don't be modest about that.
No, I won't. No.
That must be nice to watch. What's it like to watch that happen?
Well, it's actually very exciting.
Which one is your son?
Chris Unger.
And
The one
where's
who
he?
just struck out.
Ah, your son just struck out.
That's correct.
How does that feel?
Great. It was fantastic. At least he went down swinging this time. He struck out the last time looking. So that was great.
Things are getting better.
Oh, yeah, much better. Maybe he'll hit the ball next time.
Win or lose, base hit or strikeout, the thrilling part is competing and having that uniform on, just like the Tigers and Cardinals.
We're both 2 teams that are best in the tournament, competing to prove who's the best. And just like in the Major League, they're proving to see who's the best.
What's it like to play for that championship?
It feels good because you know that you're one of the best players and one of the best teams. And, well, if you lose, it's still all right because you made it pretty far and you're a good team,
In the end, it was a day to appreciate the American pastime.
I've been playing since I was like 3 or 4, and my dad's been my coach like the whole way through. So I just, I loved it because of him, and he was there for me all the time, and it's fun to be around the kids and stuff.
It's great because I'm proud of him. He makes good grades, and he's a good athlete, and we love it.
Oh, that smile's what it's all about. Baseball at that age is just tremendous. And Rick, getting hit in the back with a pitch, that hurts no matter where you are. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Rory. Tigers pitcher Kenny Rogers at the podium now. Let's listen in.
Did you ever imagine that you'd be here doing this tonight?
You got another question?
Evan?
Kenny, how does this postseason performance as a whole?
I'm older than most, but we discussed that, and I told him I'd slow down a little bit, so it was not a big deal.
Right here.
Sorry to lead off with this question, but just for the record, what was on your hand in the first inning, and how did you take it off, and why?
It was a big clump of dirt, and I went and wiped it off after the first. I didn't know it was there until afterwards, and then they told me, and I was like, took it off, and then no big deal.
Did somebody complain, or did you
No, I just saw
do
it.
it on your own?
No, I saw it. I didn't know it was there until after the inning, and then went and took it off, and it was good.
So the umpires didn't mention it at all to you?
No.
Lynn?
Kenny, not to beat a dead horse here, but you say a clump of dirt. How can you have a clump of dirt on your hand?
Well, it's dirt and rosin and all that stuff, whatever put together. So when it's moist out there, you're going to rub up the baseballs, and it left on my hand when I rub them up.
Okay, thanks.
Joe?
According to Jim,
the opposing team complained that your ball was doing strange things. If they did make that complaint, do you think you're getting into the...
All right, we'll be right back with more.
At your Chrysler and Jeep dealer, it's all about the best in American and German engineering and design. And now, during the 2006 model year-end clearance, get 0% financing for 60 months on 2006 Chrysler Pacifica or Town & Country, the highest-ranked van in initial quality according to J.D. Power & Associates. Or get 0 for 60 on the entire 2006 Jeep lineup. Hurry into your Chrysler and Jeep dealer today. During the 2006 model year-end clearance, get 0% financing for 60 months on some of our best vehicles. Hurry, this offer ends soon.
At your Dodge dealer, it's all about the best in American and German engineering and design. And now during the 2006 model year-end clearance, get 0% financing for 60 months on all 2006 Dodge trucks. Get Durango with the best interior room in its class. Or grab 0 for 60 on Dakota. Or Ram 1500 at heavy duty, both best in durability. So hurry into your Dodge dealer today. During the Dodge model year-end clearance, get 0% financing for 60 months on all 2006 Dodge trucks. Hurry, this offer ends soon.
As your senator, I'm working to protect California's natural heritage. I've authored the Desert Protection Act, helped protect our ancient redwoods, and we're restoring wetlands and providing water for our future. But there's so much more to do, like protecting our coast from oil drilling and stopping global warming. I'm Dianne Feinstein, and I approve this message because I want to protect California for all of us.
If you want to be a competitor in the full-size luxury SUV game, you've got to get through this first. Lincoln Navigator, with the best-in-class vehicle satisfaction among luxury SUVs. And the most comprehensive roadside assistance package and powertrain coverage in its class. Now buy the 2006 Navigator Luxury 4x2 and get 0% APR financing for 72 months. Hurry to your Southern California Lincoln Mercury dealer. Lincoln, reach higher.
Rick's Replay is brought to you by American Express. It's more than just a card. It's the service of American Express.
Rick's Replay. We go back to the fifth inning, one on. Preston Wilson with the drive to the gap. Curtis Granderson giving chase and makes a nice catch. Take another look. Granderson fighting the elements, but makes the catch before sliding another 5 yards on his knees. Made his pitcher Kenny Rogers happy. Granderson earning tonight's Rick's Replay. Well, forgive us while we switch gears for a moment. Time for the best of Week 7 in the NFL. First in Oakland, the winless Raiders already leading Arizona 7-0. Andrew Walter going upstairs and finds Randy Moss. 32-yard touchdown, 14-zip Raiders. The defense then clamping down on Cards quarterback Matt Leinart. Tyrone Poole with one of 2 interceptions of Leinart. Raiders pick up their first win of the season, 22-9 over Arizona. In Tampa Bay, something not agreeing with Eagles quarterback Donovan McNabb. Ouch. But trailing by 6 with less than a minute to go, McNabb settles his stomach and finds running back Brian Westbrook. And watch this guy run. That put the Eagles on top 21-20. Yet the Buccaneers had one last shot.
All you got to do is watch and listen. Unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievable because Matt Bryant kicked a 62-yard field goal, third longest in NFL history. The Bucs upset Philly 23-21. In Atlanta, painful day for the Steelers and their fans, especially quarterback Ben Roethlisberger, who left the game for good after that crunching hit. His backup, meantime, Charlie Batch, would come through with the Steelers down by 7 late in the game. A 17-yard strike to Hines Ward ties the game at 38. They would go overtime. And the game would hinge on another foot, this time the foot of 46-year-old Morton Anderson. Never a doubt. Falcons beat the Steelers 41-38.
Right now they're in a bit of no man's land. This would be a 53-yard field goal attempt. The Card's going to look for it all. Throws the deep ball. Andre Johnson! How did he catch it?
Yes, he caught it. The 1-4 Texans taking it to the Jaguars. Andre Johnson's circus catch helping Houston upset Jacksonville 27-7. Time now to check in with Susan Irasun and Jeff Michael for tonight's news.